see. Settings for YouTube. Please work. Check YouTube.
Alright, we good.
We Gucci?
We Gucci, we Louis Vuitton, we Balenciaga. Let's go. Just gonna do that. Ooh, I like the angle in this stream a bit better. And I see you already got some tones down.
Oh, just like random shit.
I think I might just prep some brushes actually, and then share my screen.
Wait, is it live already?
Yeah, it started. It says it started streaming less than a minute ago.
Huh.
I think it is
Okay.
private because
Yes, it is. Alright, it is live.
Yes.
Wait, is it named correctly?
It says landscape painting with.
Oh, it's unlisted, is what it is.
yeah,
Yes, it
unlisted.
should be. Yeah, it
so
is
anybody with
unlisted.
Tor will find it.
Cool, that's fine. I'm gonna set it to public in just a minute.
Perfect.
Good. And just let me know, I'll ping my servers.
Yep, that'll be good.
Yeah, no, I really liked the square tip brushes you were using last week, so I'm trying to find something that might be a bit similar.
Oh yeah, I always do that.
It's like kind of like chalky as well.
Yeah, the good stuff. Alright, I think it should be public now.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, I got my palette knife brushes. It's very cool. But they take a while to actually.
I want to fuck around with some like traditional oil paint looking brushes. Like those are always so cool.
Yeah, very very cool.
Honestly, I want. Doesn't Krita have like the sort of like water sort of like paint dynamics?
I refuse to use anything other than Photoshop because I'm super cool and I've learned Photoshop, and that's
Honestly, me too. But like, if it's not going to have any fluid dynamics. That's the problem.
It has jack shit.
It
so
has
bad
jack
at
shit. Yeah,
communicating.
it sucks honestly. But what can you do? You know, like it's just it's nice.
This is
Also,
what happened
hi,
when you
Lord
start with
Pantaloons.
Adobe. Hello, Mr. Lord Man. Hello. That's very.
Okay. Let me just check everything is going okay. Public. Cool. All right. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I was just doing some doodling on the 20 minutes before while we were talking about while we were setting up. So I had like this like dragon thing.
That's kind of badass. I like that.
Yeah.
I can see it for me.
And sort of
Hello,
this
we
thing.
have Melon, or is it Melon? The very fancy.
I'm just gonna go for
Oh, I
Merlin.
know that guy.
Merlin.
Oh yeah, he's from your server. They're from.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
He's
thanks.
a good friend.
stream, thank you.
Hell yeah, that'll be awesome. But
Alright,
yeah,
I'm gonna stream my screen.
go for it.
There we go. So if you want to swap over at any point.
Cool.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little swatch full of like funky little colors.
That will be awesome. So, right. Yeah. Back to what we were talking about. We were talking about the brushes. Yeah, all my basic brushes are super chunky and just chalky. Honestly, I like them that way. It's better for just like defining and creating edges, in my opinion. It works really well. I also do, there's also this one brush I have from Sparse Brush Set. This nice triangle brush that is also super nice.
Was that the hard one that you sent me for the line work?
Yes, I think so.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's just very nice because like these brushes are really great for like creating interesting edges. Just like carving shapes in with value. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
makes sense.
I always figure out, like, or I always forget the name of this one specific artist that I look to for his landscapes, and I have his Discord, and his Discord being in my scroll bar is the only reason I remember his name. And I think I deleted the Discord.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You've done goof, Jack. You have brought this upon yourself.
I really have. It was something FI.
That's not really narrowing it down.
It really doesn't. Yeah. Damn.
Anyway, man, you said so you requested landscapes. What's your problem
Yeah.
with landscapes? Tell us about it.
Everything. Fundamentals. Like, and that's the biggest part about it is I don't know how to effectively create space using value.
Mhm.
And that at a fundamental level kind of fucks up some of the initial planning when it comes to like landscapes, because it is a lot of it is like planning out depth, planning out like shapes, and yeah, I'm not very good at that.
Interesting. Okay. Not knowing how to create space with values is I'm trying to think of how well have you thought about it? Like, do you know why, or is like it's sort of like a hard thing to nail down, I realize, but like any more insight as to towards that? Like maybe we can tackle it from a more specific perspective. If no, that's fine, but it's just like if you do.
Yeah. Honestly, I would say like moving from like, I guess like idea to, because I don't really think in ideas visually. Like I don't have anything in my head, so to speak, when I
Right.
sort of first ideate. So when we're looking at like ideas for something, right? Starts off usually with reference, and then it goes into like any of the actual painting. But as far as like reference goes, I think translating that to like actually being able to like for example, like an easy one that is totally like not recognizable, but it's a skill that I believe like anybody who can do landscapes has, is being able to like, let's take a rock wall, and here I'll stream so that way I can
Sure.
share a little bit better. Alright. So like a skill that like most people have, right? Is they'll have like a rock, and they will effectively be able to render out, the rock wall, and they'll be able to plan it, but they'll also be able to like effectively take their values and push it back like really precisely.
Let me see. Do you guys know how I can pop out like the video channel in Discord, so I don't have to show the entire Discord? I swear there's a way to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no, there is a way to do
you
it.
hide the other stuff. So like you click on the thing, and then oh wait, never mind, you can actually pop it out.
Yeah, I remember you can do it, but I'm trying to figure out how.
Down at the
Share
bottom
screen.
left, when I opened up the actual channel, I think it did that.
Okay.
And then I think for like removing like the name tags and everything, you go to the middle area and go hide members. Yeah, okay, that
Alright.
does it.
Yeah, there we go. We love technical difficulties on stream.
I mean, it's not a difficulty. I'm just like figuring out how I can do it without showing all of my Discord and like the
This
2
is-
billion
yeah.
channels I'm in.
This is we're learning today.
Watch stream. Start watching multiple streams. No, that's not how to do it. God damn it.
Oh, so yeah, if you're watching the stream, is it a small view or is it a larger view?
It's still inside the Discord window right now.
Okay, so down at the bottom left, you should have a thing that says pop out.
Bottom left.
Or bottom right.
Bottom right. Oh, I see it. Okay, there we go. God damn it. That button is so hard.
And
Alright.
then when you do that, it'll pop out with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
people
Yeah, I
in
can.
the middle area. Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Alright,
I'll let you know when
There,
it's-
I think that works. Alright. We good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I'm seeing it.
This is a
There we go.
simplified way of like effectively what you're doing is effectively pushing back certain things with value in the planning stages.
Mm.
And I don't feel like I'm able to really do that effectively given like any object per se. Like I guess I might be just overthinking it, but like we're looking at like a lot of like very precise value planning, as in like you're going to have like a certain amount of fall off for each individual type of like let's say this is like a darker value down
Sure.
here, right?
Yeah.
Still going to have fall off, but it's going to be equivalent, and I'm not sure how to practically apply that, especially like in the thumbnail sketch it's a little bit easier, but it's like we're talking like major flaws that come from like very standard stuff.
Sure. Well,
that and like the other big thing is like I guess I could do it like simplified, like if I really like the piece that I did with the T-Rex, right?
mhm.
That's like a little bit more, not even a little bit, that's a lot more simplified, so like a lot less painting is going on,
Sure.
but like those painting skills for actually getting in stuff, right? Like that's a big thing that I'm missing.
So what you're saying is you can't paint.
Bingo, there you go.
Okay.
So
Well, all right. So let's start from the bottom. Are you using opacity at all?
it's kind of, but like it only goes to about here. So like let's say I'll use a light stroke and then I'll use a full stroke. So,
Okay.
yeah, I guess so. Like, yeah. And then I can kind of blend with it. It's not as good, but this is like kind of a one-all blocking brush. So
Okay.
I have like things like airbrush and texture brushes that I can like
Cool.
between with some stuff.
All right, that's fair. Well, let's see. Let me try to walk us through this a little bit then. Let me start with a new layer.
Give
Alright.
us the wisdom.
Cool. So when you're working with landscapes and honestly environments and backgrounds in general, what you probably want to do is to figure out your foreground, midground, and background. Like, just know what's there and what you have to tackle, right? And then you start out with free values. Well, at least I start with free values. I start out with obviously super dark for your foreground. You start with a mid-tone for your midground, and I do a light tone for the background. So let's say something like this, right? So fundamentally now, that will help you convey depth. Just like, this is the easiest way of getting atmospheric perspective in. If we want to worry about like local valleys and all that stuff, we can worry about that later. But let's see, even if I start out just like sort of blocking out literally just
That's already giving like quite an effective thumbnail. Like,
Yep.
going on there. Yeah.
like just like this. Oh, okay, I can tell where the depth is, right? So let's say now for the foreground I want to start adding like a rock, more rocks, maybe painting like a little bit of a slope here, and then all right, so what's this midground I want to do? Let's say it's a hill. And like basically without blending, you can already start seeing like where things are going, right? And and you just take that and keep spitting off with it. So let's say now we want to start doing a little bit of blending. Go in, start sort of blocking that
This
out.
is exactly where it loses me.
Okay.
Like it's the middle in between. Like, okay, well, how do I guess like it's just a value transfer into
Yeah, it really is.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have
I
to try
think
that out.
honestly, I do struggle with landscapes a lot because I just do so much like character design and like very human, well, not even human, just mostly character and monster designs. That doing something that's like big, like a landscape that has like atmospheric diffusion and stuff like that, like
Hmm.
I always get a little bit lost because it's just something I don't really do very often.
Well, the key here is like with characters, you have to think a little bit more about like the mid and smaller shapes. When you're planning out landscape or just environment, you can't think about any of that stuff. You don't want to think about like, oh, well, what does this stone look like? It doesn't matter. It's piece of composition on a page. You don't want to worry about that because it's going to be too much. What you want to create for at least for yourself is a sense of depth and atmosphere. So like what I'm doing here right now, it's like okay, like when you have like really big objects in the world and you get like atmospheric perspective, what happens is like the top is going to be like darker, and then the bottom is going to fade out a little bit because that's where like the atmosphere sort of congregates. So I sort of use that to help me trick myself into like being able to process the atmosphere.
Yeah, no, so like if you quickly switch over to mine,
Sure.
I'm kind of thinking of kind of like almost like a seascape with like a cliff kind of thing going on.
Give me a
And
sec.
I'm
I
already
am taking a
switching
look.
to blending brushes and stuff because I'm just so like, oh, but I want to blend out the details, I want to blend out the
Much too early. Yeah.
yeah, like I'm already like, oh, I want to do this. So like you can see it here on the stream now. Like,
Right.
like I'm already trying to carve out the shadows in like the foreground a little bit, and I'm kind of abandoning how the water is working because I'm like,
I do
like,
think
like I said, yeah,
one thing that some people struggle with also is just like perspective in general. I do feel like you're putting your horizon line maybe a bit too high, but maybe I should go about this from the very basics. So maybe just go from shot design. All right, so shoot me. Maybe let me just screen grab this so I can throw this into my Photoshop.
yeah.
All right, so what is the purpose of this piece?
The purpose of this piece is to kind of maybe have someone walking on the beach in the foreground, and then showing the cliffs kind of disappearing over the horizon line.
Okay, so what is the focal point? What is the main point of the piece?
Main point of the piece. I don't know, just like showing off the sort of the sedimentary like rock layers in the cliffs, which is why I'm kind of thinking about the sort of like the stripes and the shading tones in there first.
Okay,
before
but
going to like eat the water.
okay, but I'm talking about the story, right? Like, what's the story you're trying to tell here?
I don't know, like when it comes to story. I don't. Actually,
See-
that's a good point.
See, when you're
was
doing a
thinking-
piece, you're not just like, oh, I'm drawing it for the sake of drawing, even though yes, you are, but also like each piece has to have a function, right? You're not just doing like, it's not fine art. You're not just like, oh, here's an idea for the sake of idea. You're trying to create a story. So you should always start out from a standpoint of figuring out what that story is and what would serve to tell that story the best. So right now we have like a seaside cliff, right? So what do we want to show here? Like maybe like, is there something interesting to look at in a cliff? Like maybe some ruins are stuck inside. Maybe there's like a ship parked on the beach. Like what are we trying to look at is the question.
That's a good idea. Ruins are a good idea, but I was thinking maybe a bit more grounded. What about like fossils or something?
So like fossils,
Yeah.
so like it's gonna be inside the cliff area, I guess.
Yeah. So can you imagine like maybe like a massive like ichthyosaur or something like those carnivorous dolphin
Sure.
dinosaurs or like a long snake just
Sure.
jutting out.
Okay. So also, I'm just gonna quickly go back to like the thing I was talking about with value. You can see with my pieces, I work with a very large range of values. You're definitely not. So it really helps, at least in a plan. Yes, but you need contrast. You need contrast, Sophie. So, like one easy quick cheat I usually do is just like throw in some like gradients in the foreground. It's like, there we go. Immediately the foreground is much darker.
Okay, I'm just waiting to see it. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. Just a basic like Photoshop gradient.
Yep. And then let's make the background much lighter, and now that just pops everything out a lot more. That.
See.
Yep. That, first of all, that helps. So second of all,
That's really like brightened it way up. Like really brings the eye to the cliffs themselves rather than letting
Yep.
it blend
So-
to the sky.
yeah. So the second thing of all, I would say your horizon line is really high, because right now your horizon line is basically right in the middle, right? So that's like half of the image is dedicated to basically the ground. So unless we have a specific story we're trying to tell on the ground, like, oh, maybe we have like people there that we want to be, that we want the viewers to be looking at, there's not a lot of point to actually be looking at it. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, honestly.
Yeah.
So
It's still like too far away as well, right? Like still
yeah.
quite pulled out, like a
Yeah.
focus shot.
So if we're going to actually be focusing a story on like the cliffside, we are going to want to pull the horizon line down so we can be looking at more of the cliffside. I'm gonna say it would be interesting to have like maybe like a skeleton or like fossil thing, like let's say here, like blocked in here. That would be fun. Sort of maybe like merged into the sand or something. That'd be cool. Okay.
That would be really cool.
Yep. And now we no longer need like most of this space. Like, we are looking at that thing, and the story is about that thing. So,
yeah, so the sand is almost like framing it in a way, like sort of
yes.
having
Yes, basically. I always like working in a more like horizontal format personally, so I'm just gonna drag that out a bit.
yeah, I just really like the ocean. I think it needs a little chance sometimes.
It does. If we do this, it's still we're gonna have even more ocean. That's not a bad thing. All right.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah, so you can see like compared to the previous version, like it's already like popping so much.
Yep. And then
It's all,
let's
and
see.
framing is really good. Like
Let's see.
you've got rule of thirds going on.
Yeah.
Everything's looking
Basic
like
compositional rules. Let's see. I would also say maybe the shape of this cliff is like a little bit boring. We can do something interesting
Yeah.
with it. We can introduce like maybe an arc here or something. Like maybe do something wacky.
Or maybe the skeleton is like piling out of an arch. Perhaps. Oh no, well that's quite good.
It doesn't have to be, but
Maybe
like
maybe have a little point in the water, like to indicate where it fell off. Maybe.
But
Yeah.
let's worry about a composition first. This is like just like stuff that's like informing what we can do with it. Maybe some in and out. So the cliffside isn't all just completely straight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to actually pull some reference later to know what cliffsides actually look like. These kinds of arcs actually
No.
look like.
No, be abstract. Be abstract. That is your challenge. My challenge is to draw a decent composition. Your challenge is to like goofy with it.
Okay. So it's buried in here. Maybe. So
It's like a proper rocky area as well. Like it's falling to pieces.
yep. And
We
then
love sediment.
and I'll probably add some foreground elements just so we have the viewer has more stuff to be looking at.
Like
So it's a matter of introducing depth, right, with your values. You shouldn't worry too much about what's going exactly where. This is exactly a stage where you shouldn't be worried about all that stuff. So this is a good time to just if I don't like this, I'm gonna paint it out. I don't like it. In this case, I mean, I think it's working, so I'm gonna keep it in there. But don't worry over much. But
By
you
the way,
s-
I have a question about like how you process that. Do you have like a stage in your life where
Mhm.
you kind of didn't want to throw away stuff? You didn't want to like throw away your works in progress, or were you kind of like trained from the beginning, don't get too attached, like that kind of?
I would say half half. I mean, there was definitely there's definitely always a feeling of like, oh, I can make it better. I can fix it. I don't have to get rid of it. I can try and make it better. But it's I'm a concept artist, right? Like most of our stuff, even like if we finish it, will probably get thrown out. That's just how like that goes. So I'm sort of used to it. So I mentally I know that for a fact that like I can and should not get it too attached. So personally, I'm not too bothered. Even
I see.
when I did think about like, ah man, I really want to like keep that around. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I know that does make sense. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense for real.
So let's have like
Let's see.
I'm thinking maybe add like a little character over here. But yeah, I mean, do you sort of like am I being descriptive enough? Like I feel like I'm going a little bit fast.
I think you're being perfectly descriptive, yeah. Like, at the end of the day, the reason why I was quite slow with my landscape to begin with is because of my sort of lacking of confidence in landscapes. So,
Right. It's really a matter of practice. You gotta pull up that reference and just start working.
right, so I pulled up a little palette on mine. I reckon I am gonna sort of choose another landscape just so I don't get too attached to it.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go for that, I reckon.
I mean that's
Pull up
fine.
a different brush.
Jack, you working on anything?
Yeah, I'm doing I did a quick little study of. I figured out that guy's name finally. Fensk, Jeremy Fensk. So,
How do I
pulled up
spell
some of his
Fensk?
work. Fenske.
Ah.
I will type that in the chat for a little bit of help.
I see it. Cool.
Yeah, so like I pulled up his stuff at the top right here. I'm gonna see if I can't use some of this random Google Legend of Zelda. Either I don't know if it's fan art, official art, but basically gonna be ripping it off, taking this as a new influence, and I'm gonna be gathering references for like the foliage, the stuff that I need to actually use. But yeah,
We are being inspired currently.
Good.
yeah. Like the biggest thing was a study. I did apply effectively like what you were talking about with the values, and I was able to. It's actually the reason why I like this artist in particular, because we can see that he has like very distinct value groupings. Like it's almost like I hate to say it, but like it's almost like a trick, like it's a one quick trick to fucking, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
because he doesn't really like mask his stuff too much, as you can see, like a very distinct drop off, like right here in the, values, and it works really well for him. So, but
It just like helps to like separate out where everything is in terms of like depth. So like visually you can look at it as like, okay, that's like the foreground, that's the midground. Like it doesn't confuse the viewers at all.
Yeah. I think I might need to make my background color a little bit lighter, I reckon. There we go.
Yes, contrast.
Okay.
Contrast is your friend. Contrast is your ally.
I need not be afraid of black shading today, boys. Need not be afraid.
Work in value.
Yeah, work in value. That's it.
Praise be to Lord Value, God of all, for all is light and light is all.
You learned that in art school?
Yes.
I reckon I'm gonna make like a jagged peak, and I'm gonna do like the foreground is gonna have like sort of like a tree in the middle,
Mhm.
and then I reckon I'm gonna try and crop my. That's gonna be more like that, more like an Alps kind of peak, I reckon. And then I reckon I'm gonna move the tree a little bit, maybe help with the framing just a touch. Actually, yeah, maybe move back down the tree down a bit.
It's gonna be useful.
Maybe more like that. Maybe if I shrink the tree a bit. I'm also going to use the lasso tool a lot because...
Yes, the lasso tool is also very useful. I use it a lot for like just like sort of like breaking out objects from the surrounding area, like I'm doing right now. It's like sort of like go in, add like a little bit of like a soft gradient, pops out a little bit more.
Yeah. I think I'm also going to try and use that gradient trick you use in sort of that fixer-upper. Oh, look at that! You're sort of giving it more... Are those clouds in the background?
Yeah.
Ooh, very nice. So we got that. Okay. It's going to be kind of like an old... We're
And
also going to
don't
use the around.
and I never worry too much about like defining everything. I'm just I worry more about like the atmosphere. So I'm just gonna go in and just start like slapping some like soft values around, get the value structure I want before I start painting anything.
Good idea. So you're just gonna shape things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also turned off the sort of the shape dynamics on my brush because I think that does kind of make people a bit more reliant on the tapering and stuff. And when you're used to lining like I am, you kind of want to.
Right. Yeah, I don't really use shape dynamics. Wait, actually, wait. No, I do that. What am I talking about? You mean like? Wait, which part do you mean? Like, you just mean in turn?
Yeah, the part where the brush tape is at the end.
No, that's not a
yeah,
bad thing. That's good. I use that.
Yeah.
I use that like a whole lot.
But for like dynamics and getting the tones right, then I don't know. Oh, I see, like you're already using some more like some blocky brushes when you're actually getting the actual shapes down.
Yes.
Like,
I mean,
and I know
that's why I love blocky. That's why I love blocky brushes. They're great for just like defining shapes.
Yes. Very good.
It also helps if you create sort of like repeating shapes in your piece. That helps like viewers be able to tell, distinguish between like different areas of your. It gives something to look at, right? So if you see the shape in the foreground, and you see the shape in the midground, and you see the shape in the background, like mentally you'll be like, okay, that makes sense to me. I know how large these objects are, so relative to each other, it gives like a frame of reference.
And that's what you're kind of doing with the rocks and the cliffs and stuff at the moment. You're kind of using that as your repeating theme at the moment.
Yep.
That's quite cool. I like that. The visual language is very good. Yes.
Learning.
How are you doing? How are you doing, Jack?
I'm doing okay. I've reached the point where I think I'm going to start needing to collect a reference for stuff, but I at least have something kind of workable.
Do you feel better about values now?
Yes.
Very
Biggest
good.
thing is just trying to work around, like, making sure that... And I mean, like, that's the thing, right? It's like the quote-unquote, like, you know, evidence. The proof is in the pudding, right? It's like I'm gonna have to effectively like judge based on results, like how things actually turn out, which isn't bad. I think like I mean if we're looking at it like from a fundamental value structure, as long as everything is proper, then it's really not going to be too. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but you get what I mean.
Yes. Well, do you feel like that what I was saying helped you with like the sort of value blending thing, or would you like me to do like go more in depth or?
I'll have to, and that's exactly. So funny enough, that's exactly it, because I'm gonna have to actually apply it to see if it actually
Sure.
does hit the margins. So
That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, hopefully.
Also, of note, if you're doing like landscape stuff in your For example, right now in what I'm doing in the background of my piece, I'm just adding like a ton of like lines there, right? That's always like super useful to just sort of like add a bunch of lines, because like that's how landscapes look when they get really far away, because it's just perspective. So it's an easy way to cheat some extra detail.
Yeah, just some extra detail, extra like texture almost.
Oh,
Yep.
you're totally right. Because it's hills, right?
Yep.
Like you have changes in gradient and value.
Yep.
Okay.
That just
Yeah,
adds
that's
stuff
smart.
to glom onto and look at.
Yes. Very good. So yeah, I need that one, and now I need...
And you know, once you've like built up a decent valley structure, you can always start thinking about lighting. You start adding shadows. You start adding like spots of light.
Okay, I have a fucking great idea that could be very funny in application. So like, here I have your boy Link here. I'll give him his little ponytail, right? Your boy Link just cooking shit, like looking at a castle, right? But like, I'm just thinking like, it's a dilapidated castle. I know that it's like sinking into the ground. But like, what if we were to just have like fucking big ass like giant size of the castle, right, on top of it, and he's just like looking at Link, and Link is just chowing down at fucking...
Just like looking, staring at him. It's like, hey, what you looking at, huh? You want some of this?
Exactly. Like a...
You're next.
You're next.
I wonder if I should keep it.
Looks like Giant's back on the menu, boys.
That's a classic. That's how you really get good at fucking landscapes, right? Is every landscape needs to have some giant stone monster.
Yeah,
Like,
just
I learned
add
that
some
from
weird
Automation.
big shit somewhere, and then yeah, that's fantasy, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure is fantasy.
Yeah.
Just add large. Oh my god, fantasy.
It's hashtag trending on ArtStation. Like my AI generated art is going to the next level,
don't
boys.
Even get me goddamn started on this shit. By the way, guys, how do we feel about AI generated art?
They're useful for me.
Okay, like I agree that it's useful in the fact that like, because believe me, when I was fucking like, because I've been on the copy paste routine for the past like, billion hours, because I can only handle like an hour and a half of copy and pasting before my mind just breaks. And like the automatic, I forget what it's called, but it's the automatic fill tool that like just kind of guesses using AI.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. The spot healing brush, you mean? Or the content aware fill?
Yeah, content
aware
aware
fill.
fill. Yeah.
There's a few.
That's
There's a few
fucking
different applications of
savior.
that.
Yeah, no, that's been really, really good for me. Like, I figured that out like halfway through, and like I'm not going back after that. But like, yeah, it saved me a lot of painting time. But God, I wouldn't want a fucking robot to be creative for me. That sucks.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it's
feel
useful
like-
for some things though. But you
I
finish
feel like
first.
it needs
Yeah.
to be, I feel like it needs to be like a tool used with an artist, not like just something that could be used by itself. I think 'cause then it
Yes.
just takes away so much value out of the industry, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yep.
People are just using it to replace people, so that's lame.
Yeah,
that's when it's
but the thing is, it doesn't create taste. So you still need somebody if you want to create a professional product. You're still gonna need somebody who's.
Don't give them a phone. I mean, like, I appreciate you, but you're giving them a bone. They'll take it. They'll be like, oh, well, because I fucking make good-looking AI art, I have like proper taste. It's like, yeah, you'd be an artist if you put in the actual effort,
Well, you still need somebody who understands like how fucking value, anatomy, lighting, all that shit to actually curate that stuff. Though that is what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
like people who just like, oh yeah, I know I can do like a pretty AI art. And it's like, well, yeah, you've seen art on ArtStation, but you have no fucking idea how to make it. So it's like it does. You're not really curating. You're just be like, oh, I think that looks pretty. You can't actually break down why that looks good. You don't know why you're choosing it. You just be like, oh, that's a thing. And yeah, maybe like you can consistently choose like pretty looking images, but that doesn't make you like actually good at analyzing or fixing or changing your work. That doesn't work at all in like a professional context.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is because I think because of the internet we have had a lot of, how to put it, like oversaturation of specific types of art.
Mm-hmm.
That a lot of people have specific expectations for how art is supposed to look, and I think that has really taken out like a lot of stuff like fine art and like quite expressive art that's maybe more fringe and like niche, and I think AI would just be contributing to that sanitization of art itself.
Oh, for sure it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the hands of an actual skilled artist, it is a very useful tool.
Yes, but if it's just by itself, I think that's when a lot of the problems would like really occur, like for sure.
Well, yeah, because people who don't understand art are like, "Hey, I can do art now." No, you can't.
Yeah, no, they just generate like a female version of like a Pokemon, but it's like an anime girl, so it looks like. God, that's someone who I feel really bad for. Actually, there was this artist on DeviantArt that I remember seeing back in, I think it was like 2013. That was like really contributing to this like style of like hyper rendered like anime, and I think they were like one.
What's Sakimi-chan?
Yeah. I think that was it. Yeah.
Sakimi-chan.
I feel really bad.
I mean, I don't. She makes so much money. It's fine. Like,
Dude,
she's not going anywhere though. She's not going anywhere.
If I was Sakimi-chan, I wouldn't be drawn, man. I'd just be like fucking hiring 50 other people to do my work for
Honestly,
me.
yeah, it's like that work. Like Sakimi-chan, like she has really good technical skills, but like, I mean, from a design point of view, it's like anybody can do that. Just get
and AI can do it now for real.
Well, yeah. See, it's so generic and AI can do it. So it's like just hire like free other artists to do your work, because like anybody could do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's rolling in money. I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah. I hope she's doing well. I hope the AI market hasn't affected her too much.
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. But yeah, honestly, AI art is really useful for some things. Like, it does really work. Honestly, AI art is really useful for. It's good for yeah, it works really well for generating compositions. It's good for like making like interesting color palettes, that sort of thing. Like like if you don't need it to make a creative decision, and you just be like, all right, throw me a bunch of results so I can pick. It's really good at doing that, to be fair.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing like an anime company use AI to like generate a background, and then they had the artists like go over it with their skill, and that turned out to be really nice.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, I've sort
AI.
of done that. I've tried. I've been photo bashing with like. So like I use like Midjourney to like generate textures, and then I sort of photo bash that into my stuff, and I paint over it. That's worked out pretty well.
And that's just making things like way more efficient.
Yeah.
Like, so
I'm not looking forward for the day where we're gonna get paid to be art revisionists. Like
I
we're
think
just
that's gonna suck though.
yeah, the title of illustrator is just gonna be like completely replaced by somebody who can do a couple of quick edits on the work that they've AI generated.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the day where.
as a concept artist, I would be okay with that.
Oh, you can go fuck yourself, man.
Hey man, we cheat as much as we can already. Like, come on.
I know. That's why I didn't. See, that's why you actually funny enough, like it's not that I like have like an actual hatred for concept art, but it's why I'd never like get into it, because it's like to me, it's the hardship that like makes it like kind of worth it, you know?
No, as long as I get my design out, I'm happy. I don't care.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think when it comes comes to illustration, especially because I kind of did an illustration-based degree and everything first before going into like more character designy type stuff. Illustration has a lot of value as it does because people really experiment with what's possible with like just general art and stuff. And this isn't a slight on you, Ryu, but
It is.
when it comes to concept art, there's a sort of an expected style and an expected way of working. But when it comes to illustration, it's very loose and very like experimental and.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a completely different.
Yeah.
It's a different major for a reason.
Yeah. Different vibes.
Though I do have to say, concept art, like when you say like it has like expected style, that's mostly because of ArtStation. Like in real life, there's like a bunch of different styles, and also depends entirely from like project to project. But I know what you're talking.
It is all ArtStation's fault. No.
It sort of really is though, because it's like that's where the popular shit is. Like, so it's sort of like the CalArts issue, where it's because it's what's popular. People are like, oh, that's what's popular. I see a bunch of big artists using it, so I'm gonna do it too. That's just sort of how that works. Like if you're talking about essentially, Art Center is like the CalArts of concept art. So it's like if you see somebody doing that style, it's because like a billion big artists did that style. So now they feel obligated to do that style.
Oh,
And it is a very effective style, but yeah, it's like in the actual industry, that's not the only style, but that's what catches eyes online, I suppose. If that makes sense.
People are used to a certain product. If you differentiate from the product that people are used to, it takes a lot of convincing.
Yeah.
Whereas like mass market appeal is always going to win out.
Yeah.
Blizzard.
Excuse me, I will defend my company. They've done absolutely nothing wrong.
Oh, absolutely nothing wrong.
Oh my god, Jack gets cancelled. Oh my god.
Okay. Look, I know nothing about these companies, but I'm going to play Atomic Heart, the Harry Potter game, and something else. Like, this is gonna be my new hot picks. What do you guys
Wait,
think?
what's the latest? I was thinking. Wait, was there a new controversial game that already came out?
The what?
Country game.
Is there a new controversial game already?
Just
Atomic Heart is the last one that I know about.
Harry Potter.
No, but like Atomic Heart came out after Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it did.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
there's been.
no,
I don't think there's been a new one yet, unless like Blizzard's
Have you-
announced something in the last like 48 hours.
I don't think so, no. But yeah, have you seen that one Instagram account of like the AI generated Atomic Heart poster robots?
How
You know,
poster robots? You mean the twins?
Yes, the twins. That's what I'm talking
The
about.
AI generated?
No, so there's
No,
this
I know.
Instagram
Like
account.
yes,
Yeah.
so like the AI generated the existing robots. Like what do you mean?
Yeah, they AI generated like images of the twins, and then they upload those images onto this Instagram. And because they're the twins, and because people's desires and stuff, they get like many likes, very many likes. It's
Wow,
kinda
I'm
crazy.
so surprised.
Like, and it's kind
I
of
will-
crazy. Yeah.
I'll defend that specific thing because like I feel like the game itself is literally based around a fucking like a hellscape of a future, right? Like it's literally like the purpose of the fucking game is to be like, yeah, maybe automation for everything isn't the way to go. You know, like, and it's not even like that fucking deep, right? Like you're not like looking at it like as in like, oh,
It's
you
not
have to
like a
really
hidden
read the
message or
things.
anything.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
robots
like,
go
yeah.
nuts, right? So it's like
Yeah.
AI art being generated about a game that is very anti-AI is just like, I think it's too funny to like even be mad at, because it's the same
Yeah.
people who like don't understand the core message of the game are the ones that are loving the shit out.
Yeah.
I wonder how many libertarians enjoy Bioshock.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Fucking, you know what? I haven't actually played the first Bioshock, and like, I fucking want Minecraft IRL. Let's go. Like, it's honestly like it'd be interesting to see. I got bored. Oh man, this is really gonna hurt people, and prepare for reviews to tank.
Oh my god.
I got bored with Bioshock, and I didn't give a shit.
I think I'm gonna cancel you for that one.
Like, to be fair though, I don't like Skyrim either. Like,
We're just talking about the love today.
Skyrim just isn't that fun.
When did you play it?
It's like fucking 5 times, and I always
No,
play
like
the
when? Like, did you play it on launch?
No, like a couple years after, but yeah.
I don't know. Because it was, in my opinion, super revolutionary when it came out, but like it
that's
hasn't
always been a
aged.
bullshit argument. No,
It
I'm
hasn't
not
aged
gonna-
very well.
You know
Yeah.
what? Like, I've had a hatred for like the argument, people making the argument that something is revolutionary, right? Because it's like it doesn't mean that it's good if it's revolutionary.
I think it was
means that
good. I thought it was pretty
Well,
damn good when it came out.
it compared to like modern sensibilities, right? But it's like we're looking at like fucking newspapers were revolutionary for the time, and it doesn't mean that I'm gonna read the paper and be like, man, fucking, have you seen the newspaper today, guys? Like, it is.
Well, yeah,
fantastic.
that's not making an argument for its current quality, but I'm talking about like
Well, that's exactly what it is. Whenever somebody brings it up, is they're like, oh yeah, like Evangelion's the same thing. It's like, I don't really care for Evangelion, and people like seem to just be all over it, but they're like, it changed the genre, and it's like, I don't really care. It doesn't mean that it's good now.
I think it's more like looking back at the old master. Well, old masters being a very loose term here.
Well,
And
they were
just sort
fucking
of-
actually good though. They still fucking hold up. Half of the fucking old masters that I look at are better than 90% of artists today. Like, and
well, that's what
not
happens when you spend like 5 years working on One Piece. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's hard to argue
Like,
that one. Sure.
yeah. So like,
Speaking of which, I would not be opposed to becoming like a resident artist in someone's home where I am fed, clothed, housed. I would not mind that.
I mean, that's sort of what being a studio artist is.
you know what? You're not even wrong. Like, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
they're
think
paying
that's
me
why
to
so many
live
people-
here. They're giving me a PC, and then they tell me come in 5 days a week and draw for them. So, I mean, isn't that basically what that is?
Yeah.
And you do get a nice cafeteria at your place.
Oh yeah, very nice cafeteria. Wait, Jack, have I shown you? Have I shown you pictures of the studio?
Nah.
Oh, I'll show you some pictures in a bit after stream.
Yes, of course.
Though I don't think those aren't private areas necessarily, but
I think it might be worth. I mean, you do have to sign an NDA to visit there, so maybe it's a good
Yeah.
idea to, like.
I mean they
not
did
show
tell us we could. They did tell me I could take pictures and stuff, so it's fine. But
Maybe they didn't have a stream in mind.
Yeah.
Like, showing them
Oh,
on
on stream now.
We're on streamers. Stream.
I mean we do have like
Anyway.
public material of that stuff, but yeah, probably just like VR on the safe side.
Yeah, it's always better to be safe and like not lose a really good thing.
I doubt they're gonna fire me just for like, hey, this is our cafeteria. But yeah,
I mean, yeah. By the way, I think I'm making quite a bit of good progress on my new piece, which
wait,
is more like
let me
Alps
take-
inspired.
let me take a look.
Yes, I am sort of doing
Hey!
details now. I'm taking more of a blocky approach with my shading and stuff. So
Sure.
Just giving it a bit of. I am like sort of taking what you sort of said about tones and kind of really applying that, and also like the repeating shapes as well.
Okay. I will have to say it's become very graphic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely like previous ideas. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Are you going for a graphic look or are you going for a realistic look?
I'm going for more graphic.
Okay,
That's-
okay.
that's
That
kinda what
yeah,
I
no,
want to
that's
do.
fine, dude. Because if you were going to go for a more wait, let me just pop that on stream for a sec. Okay. So if you were going to go for a more realistic perspective, obviously then you would want to like actually think about how like the midground and foreground and like how all that connects each other, so you can see more perspective. But yeah, this is very much like a graphic sort of look where you're just like, okay, this is where just like arranging a series of elements. You're not trying to like make it look very
Yeah.
convincing in terms of what it's like, what it actually looks like.
But one thing I did have an idea about as like a through line for everything
Right.
would be. I'll just quickly do that. So basically, it's gonna be a road through there. It's gonna be the road here, and then wait a minute. So like something more like that.
That could work.
That make, yeah. So there's gonna be like a through line of a road. Then we have a little traveler in the foreground, so you know he's on a journey. There's
Yeah.
someone observing him under the tree. It's very cool.
Yep. That is definitely working in terms of just like creating a sense of depth. That is very much a big improvement.
Yeah, I'm glad. I think it's just using the contrast alone, like that's really improved it. But I think I might add a bit of a gradient at some point as well, just to like really, like make it really nice.
Cool.
I think I might add a little town in the midground. I reckon, just to like add to that like story vibe.
I'm thinking whether I should just like pick one of these sketches and just start painting it in.
I think that'd be a good idea. I am very biased to the ocean scene with Hazel.
Because that was yours. I wonder why.
I have very good ideas. What can I say?
Jack, any input?
Oh, let me check. Right now I'm focusing on how the fuck I'm painting rocks. Alright. Okay. Okay. Next one. I like the person with the. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, wait.
That's the dragon.
I feel like this layer 3 is closer to your like normal like working process, but layer 6 looks better to my own personal taste.
All right.
Hell yeah! See.
Okay. All right. Okay. Peer pressure. Some bullshit. All right.
Oh, to be fair, you gotta expand your horizon somehow.
Yeah. Landscapes very different from what I usually do.
Landscapes. He does a landscape. What? I'm actually really excited to see how this turns out, because this is so different from what I usually do, because I usually do like a line sketch before I do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a blast right now.
I think you're getting it, Jack. That looks
Yeah.
much better.
Let's see. I want to see on stream.
It
Sure.
is-
Let me pop that in there.
Slowly working into it.
Ooh, color. And we also have a paint tool Sai user. Very nice.
No.
Oh, I've been bamboozled.
You've been bamboozled.
I need to explain this now. So, this is not Paint Tool Sai, but you are absolutely correct. Because I did specifically, and here, let me boot up Paint Tool Sai so I can show you. This is Paint Tool Sai, right? And so, like, if we, it is, go ahead, there you go, there's Photoshop, and then there's Paint Tool Sai, and there's Photoshop, and then there's Paint Tool Sai. And so there's, I didn't want to learn Photoshop, so I turned Photoshop into Paint Tool Sai. And I'm talking everything from like the fucking like I can click with my mouse to color pick, Like,
God.
I did everything to make sure that this shit looks exactly and functions exactly like Paint Tool side.
Sneak
So-
100.
Adobe prices, but you're using you're paying Adobe
Yeah.
prices for Paint Tool size, is what you're saying.
Exactly, because it is industry standard. Am I right, boy?
You've been tricked, you've been backstabbed, and you've been quite possibly bamboozled.
I have been bamboozled. I can't believe it.
That is, yeah, and I want to thank you personally because that you just made my day. Like thinking of you legitimately.
I was not fooled
It
because
was-
I could spot the Photoshop logo from 500 meters, so I saw that shit in the
Oh,
corner
yeah.
immediately.
He's got sniper vision for the Adobe logo.
Yeah, fuck Adobe.
I can't believe I did it. I'm so proud of myself. You have no idea.
Are you surprised? This is what you were trying to do all along.
I've never been this successful.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Amazing place. Maybe make the channel a bit smaller.
How do you feel about having been tricked, Sophie?
I expect nothing less because I am easily bamboozled.
Okay, there we go. Fair enough.
The best way to not be disappointed is to have no expectations.
True. That's very much a Kelvin and Hobbes quote.
Oh man, I love Calvin and Hobbes.
Now,
God.
that is an illustration right there.
Kelvin Hobbes was like is still my favorite like cartoon series.
Yeah, that was fundamental to me, like crafting my psychopathic personality as a child. So,
Do I want to ask more about that?
I wish it was, or no.
Define
I
psychopathic.
almost said I almost said I wish it was a joke. I wish I could elaborate, but it was just a joke. Let's just.
Okay.
I really saved myself on that one, barely. So.
Disclaimer: Jack has not killed anyone that I know of
Yes.
yet.
We are not gonna fear contrast. We are gonna be cool and accept contrast as part of the family. Let's go.
Embrace contrast as your Lord and Savior.
I'm embracing it.
Man, I've been really slow on doing personal work lately. Just like
That does.
Feel that.
Yeah.
it's just weird when you have like a studio job and you spend your entire day drawing and then you go home like, well, feels like should I be drawing more?
I'm just saying you're proving me right with the whole art director thing. Like I'm just like everything you have mentioned so far, like has
Well, I'm not doing art directing as my day to day, to be fair.
Yeah.
So you're not
Yet-
even there yet, and you're proving.
Well, yeah, but like
All right, I get you.
you're not wrong. I didn't even disagree with you when you said that. I wasn't disagreeing before, so I'm you're not wrong.
Just gotta be smug, you know.
Hey man, I started doing miniature painting at least.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Give you some time to like just practice art in some fashion in a more chill.
I have opinions on miniature painting that will 100% alienate your entire audience and get you canceled.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear Jack.
I don't think it's. I don't know, man. Like that's,
You want to get in a
that's-
fight,
out of all-
apparently. All right.
No, out of all my takes, this is actually the spiciest. Like,
Okay. The spiciest so far.
yeah,
So far,
Wow.
it's not a record. It is a challenge.
I just think that like miniature painting for a lot of people is a replacement for actual creativity.
Oh yeah, no, it certainly is. I'm not doing it to be creative.
Okay.
I'm doing it to get like I said, I get home. I'm like, I don't know if I want to like do more concept art. So I'm like, well, let me do something mindless. So I do painting.
And like, it is a very fun. Like I will like absolutely be like, it is really fun, right? Like, and that's like the purpose. But like some people just take it like way too seriously, and it's like,
well, that's true of almost every hobby, though.
Yeah, and I guess like that's the same problem that I have with video games sometimes, is like people will like take it like way too seriously, and if you wanted to take it that seriously, like make it a job, right? Like actually get
some people
serious
do
about it. Well, and you're right, but those people aren't the people that like usually have like, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, because like usually the people who have like those issues are like those, like you've seen them in video games all the time. They're like the people who are in like, you know, the middling levels of like mediocrity for a video game, but are slightly better than everybody else. So they're like, I'm gonna be the best ever, and they take it super seriously, like it's a life or death thing. And it's like, if you want to take it that seriously, play professionally, but you're not good enough to be a professional. And
but I mean, that's
like,
not
fucking...
necessarily, that's not a problem with like miniature painting. That's a problem with like people who are assholes.
Yeah, with people who are sweaty.
And
yeah, like sweaty people who are like, it's like, well, wait, what do you mean? Like, because I don't really think...
We get like really pressed about like wanting to be good, or like being good at something that's, you know, meant to be just like a hobby, or like just...
Yeah, I mean, it's literally called like miniature stuff is like literally called like hobby stores or whatever. So
to be fair, miniature painters have always been like, and I mean in the vast majority, but I think, and you know what, actually no, you know what, you've opened my eyes to this, because I realize now that it's not a problem with like people who like take fucking miniatures too seriously. It is in literally everything.
Yeah, like, there are people who take cooking way too seriously. Like,
oh no, hold up there. you can't do that. I'm a fat man myself, and you cannot diss like
motherfucker. I cook every day. I take it seriously, but you know what I mean. There are people who take literally everything way too seriously.
I you know what, you're right, but like if these are the people that feed me. You can't bite the hand that feeds you. Literally.
I feed myself.
I see how it is.
I'm just that's what I'm saying, is I'm not gonna go against, like I'll be with you for like, you know, some of the stuff, but the second you ask me to turn on the people cooking my food, like that's where I can't do it.
Man, I cook all my own food. I go pretty try hard, man. I've done recipes that take like 3 days to do. But
guys, I think what Ruo is trying to say is, you know, when the people who are like, oh, I've sourced this vanilla pod from like the finest of things, and like,
yes,
I have fermented it in the finest Grey Goose for like 72 hours.
Or if it's
and,
like you didn't
even comprehend. I guess it's like people who are really elitist about cooking and believe they are like, you know, like Gordon Ramsay or something.
Yeah, or it's like, oh, if you haven't done XXX or like 50 days of like of doing your own bread and like or whatever, it's not real food or something. You know, like there's always gonna be sweaty people. That's just how it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, to be fair though, this was pointed out to me a little while ago, and I find it personally funny. Joshua Wiseman, right?
Yes.
Yes. Can we make a fucking Burger King burger using 4 hours of time, $350 worth of ingredients, better at home? It's like, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how seriously he's taking himself in those.
I don't think he does, and
then
that's why
that's
I can,
fine.
Openly. Yeah, and so like that's the funniest part though, because it's like just the concept. I never like really thought of it, but when it was pointed out, it just seemed like absurd. And I'm like, yeah,
it is absurd, but like that's the entertainment value. It's not.
We like.
Yeah, that's more content creation than anything. It's not really.
That's not him being an asshole. That's just like, well, yeah, of course we know. Like, there's not a single episode where he's gonna be like, well, I fucked up. It's worse than the. Has there been? I don't think there has. So. Like,
I mean, really, you know what? No, we've stumbled upon an idea for a new channel. As I make a cooking show, but I
fuck up every time.
Isn't that already like?
Like the
hang
answer
on.
is just no.
Yes.
I think there's already a channel like that, but it's done so genuinely. It's called Cooking with K.
Oh my
that's
god.
right, yeah.
Yes.
No.
Okay, but she's
so-
not trying to recreate stuff. She's just fucking up. She's just doing British cooking.
Well,
No, it's not just spirit.
thanks, thank you.
As
I
a
appreciate you
British
so much.
As a British myself, yeah.
You know what's even funnier about that too is there's another channel. If you like those, there's another channel unironically called Cooking with Jack.
Yes, I know about this one. Yes.
Yeah, you can find my cooking channel as well.
Oh, is that you? Is that you?
It is me. It is me.
Stop eating raw chicken, Jack.
Oh my god!
He
Like
just
the
bites
fucking
into raw chicken on camera.
Yeah.
the one with the troops, like the Thanksgiving meal, was I think.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah. Oh my
that
god.
fucked me up. Like.
Wait,
that-
Sophie, have you seen
just
these?
had the
I have not
worst.
seen that one. No.
Okay. Well, but you've seen the channel.
What? Which channel are we talking about?
Cook with Jack.
Cooking with Jack. I have not actually.
Okay,
Oh.
check it out because it is. I think it's like if Kay was,
A dude, bro, who was really into sports.
yeah, and sort of weirdly narcissistic sometimes. I mean, I don't. He's not that. He's not like an asshole, but like he gives off like.
It's a level of self-awareness that like people who make these sort of things. Like,
Yeah,
just can't
I don't think Kay thinks she's very good at cooking, but Jack does.
Oh my god.
He has like a fucking brand or something.
Yeah, but
like,
that's only.
in stores.
That's not just.
I just- the
let's
fact
see.
that it exists in like things that you can buy just terrifies me because you know
Okay.
somebody has bought like his branded stuff and then wondered.
Oh my god. So we got keto. We got Julia Child.
Oh, no.
We got buying meat, stretching $1, French onion soup. Healthy pickle chips. Okay, that sounds like an oxymoron. Let's go.
Oh, I'm so glad we've introduced this to you today.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm taking a quick break.
Look, see,
to just
it-
enjoy.
Any chance I can get to make somebody's life a little bit worse, like I'm
See,
happy
like,
to take.
This is like, I mean, if like he's the American equivalent of Jack of Kay, basically.
Nah, Kay's lovely. We love Kay.
No, Kay is lovely, but that's why he's the American version. He's louder and more obnoxious about it.
I can laugh. I'm an American.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, he loves eating raw chicken, and he sees raw chicken, and it's like, oh my god, look how juicy and amazing that is. And he doesn't realize that.
Raw.
He does not realize it's raw. Yeah, he did the video that our Jack was referencing was that he did like a collaboration or something to do like a Thanksgiving meal for like an overseas soldier or something, and the meal was horrifying. It was like a war crime. He shipped a war crime to that soldier.
It turns out that Jack is actually anti-war.
That's why, like, if I actually have to agree. Like, if that was like a statement, that is the most bold I have seen an anti-war statement. Like, fucking, that is an act of domestic terrorism, and he should be investigated. So,
Oh my god. Oh, okay. The pickles are going in the cheese cups.
Oh, you see? Oh my god.
fucking, I've blocked out, and you know what's sad is like I'm being unironic about this. I have that man blocked out of my memory. Like I don't remember a single thing he does except for use a lot of mayonnaise. So
A heaping spoonful or something. What does he say?
oh Christ, no.
You know what's a massive red flag?
What?
The fact that he's cooking not only with his ring on, but his Apple Watch just strapped to his wrist still.
Oh dude, like if you've never like cooked professionally, that you would be surprised. Like the amount of people who just like get their shit fucking rocked or like if you don't have like fucked up hands, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just super surprised he's putting his Apple Watch anywhere near a cooking apparatus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Jack is a courageous man, and he will not back down from any challenge.
Honestly, yeah,
Including
maybe
breaking
he's
his
just
Apple Watch.
so good. No, he's so experienced that he wouldn't break it. Actually,
Yeah, he's just so good that it's not a concern for him.
Yeah. Like that's actually exactly what it is. He's so skilled that it's never been
I just saw the healthy pickle chips. Healthiest American.
It's American.
Healthiest American man.
I love how this stream is just like a food stream now.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we were going on and on about Hong Kong food last week.
That's true.
Now
Yeah.
that I brought it up, we're probably going to go on and on and on about it again.
Yep.
So you know what's sad about it too is like we even took precautions. Like we ate before stream. So like this technically. Like,
I'm not even hungry. I just like talking about food.
Yeah.
Food is great to talk about.
Yes.
In my honest opinion, especially when it's about Hong Kong food that
Fuck
I can't
yes.
talk to anyone else about.
I'm like I'm like your only Hong Kong friend?
Over here, yeah. Like, I have a lot of friends from Hong Kong, but like a lot of them are just scattered throughout the earth, so it's difficult to get in contact.
The seven seas, just like gone from the wind.
Their extremely offensive comments have made all the others run. So, like, they said things like, "Oh yeah, no, I think that like every dish should have like an abundance. We're talking like an abundance of fucking what's the jam that you guys use? You have chili jam. That's it.
Yeah, we definitely use chili jam. Yeah, definitely. That's how it works.
Oh my god, fucking Jamie Oliver. Love that. Love that man. He's the best, honestly. Best like fucking Chinese food. We're talking like anything that's like east of the UK, that's Jamie Oliver's territory, man. Like basically authentic. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean basically? He's literally authentic.
Yeah, he's actually from there. Like, he's never revealed it, just so that he could stay in the UK after Brexit.
Honestly, that's pretty based. Like,
Has he ever done?
Exactly.
Has he ever done like I'm assuming he's done burgers and shit.
Yeah.
No, don't fuck up burgers to me. That's a sacred food to me.
Dude,
like, I'm an American and I'm a practicing American. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking burgers.
Orthodox American.
An Orthodox American, exactly. It's like burgers are like a necessary like thing for me, so you can't fuck that up for me.
Okay, what about, have any of you seen that one thing that Jamie Oliver did in America, where he tried to show American children what chicken nuggets were actually made?
Oh, I remember this.
Do you watch Folding Ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, yeah, I love that motherfucker. Yeah, fucking, that's how I know about that in the first place. So, oh man.
Jamie Oliver's honestly a clown.
He's a bit of a clown.
He's like the greatest unintentional comedian that we have in the world.
Yeah, he's very cute.
Well, no, apart from Trump, I guess, but Trump gets less funny the more he talks.
Yeah.
You know what?
He makes me fear for my life.
agree.
Jamie Oliver is just funny.
Jamie Oliver remains consistently funny because he lives up exactly to his reputation.
Yeah, I think that's it, honestly.
Oh my
But yeah,
god!
what was the thing I was thinking of?
I realized my little brother. He's one of the people that cooks like way too seriously, but he enjoys it. He's good at it, and he's a professional, right? But like, I'm totally going to get him a Jamie Oliver cookbook for.
Oh yes, you should.
That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny.
And then also get him like a Chef Apron with Jamie Oliver branding on it.
Oh no, that hurts even me to think about. Like that's I don't know. Is there like such a line as too far? Like,
When it comes to sibling, not really. No.
you know what? Good point.
Yeah, they're a sibling. You can bully them just a tiny bit, just a little bit, for funsies.
Yeah. What's wrong? Just a little bit of friendly bullying. We're getting cancelled here today, folks.
Disclaimer: we do not condone bullying on this stream. Promise.
Thank you for that.
Got rocks. Got rocks. Fuck. This, kids, is what we call fairy bashing. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Actually, wait. I should actually just colorize everything first, probably.
Okay, but actually, colorizing is something I'm not super familiar with.
Oh, okay.
You know, I appreciate like remembering that logic exists, and then the fact that like you probably wouldn't start a fire in the middle of a bunch of grass.
Probably? Wait, what is in this context to?
What is the
In what I'm currently working on, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna add grass, and there'll be like a little grassy hill, and I realized like, wait a second, hold on, it's just a tad minute. Like the place where he's actually cooking, probably gonna have like a little actual encampment. So
You could set a fire in grass. People have done it before. It's not going to stay grass for very long, but you could do it.
yep. So I feel like it's best not to really drive the audience and their expectations higher.
So, Sophie.
Yeah.
Do you see what I did?
Oh, so
I just used the Photoshop neural filters. Those are honestly super cool. Like the Adobe AI bullshit. I mean, like that stuff is actually cool as fuck, and very useful. Not gonna lie.
I think I might actually give it a go a bit later on when I finish up.
Yeah. So it's a good base to just start adding colors with, and then I'm gonna tweak it as I go on.
I always wondered how you get like that soft purple hue in like concept art and stuff, but here I am.
Filters, magic. Well, it's not just that. To be fair, I mean, you can paint that in relatively easily. That's not that difficult. And I usually do that, but like, if you're going from black and white, no, like, just use filters. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. So I've added a little bird in mine. It's looking quite cute. Looking quite lovely. Also just gonna add
Lovely.
some grass and stuff. Yeah. Very lovely. Yes.
Also, I had a thought. I'm replacing the giant, but I know exactly what with.
Another giant thing.
It's gonna be a giant chicken.
Funny.
It's gonna be a little chicken temple.
Oh, hell yeah. Great.
Rob's name said, "I hate Jack." I hope he means.
Oh, this British motherfucker. Alright. Hold up, you son of a bitch. This guy right here.
This guy right here.
Like, what's up, Rob? So, in case you don't know, Rob is a struggling homeless person / artist over in the UK.
Oh, yes. Very cool. Hello.
Like,
Well, what's the difference between being homeless and being in the UK?
You literally live
exactly.
here. You can't talk like that.
Couple 100 years.
Well, okay,
That's the
but then
difference.
I'm in London, and London is like everybody's very close to being homeless in London.
True. Oh, it's because of the housing crisis. To be honest, it's like being in Vancouver or LA.
Well, yeah, or Hong Kong.
Or Hong Kong.
What's the difference? Nothing's changed for me.
Honestly, you probably get more space being homeless in Hong Kong than actually renting a property.
Yeah, probably. You're probably not wrong.
Just adding some toxic breaths.
What color should I make this sky? I should just make it blue. Just make it basic. Not do
I
anything.
quite like the sort of like the stormy grey though. It's like it's threatening there's gonna be rain.
Yeah, but it doesn't really fit for having like strong lighting though.
That's fair enough, honestly. Make it a Mediterranean blue then. Mediterranean vibes.
I have to look up reference for that. Let's see, Mediterranean, very fucking blue. All right, that's what that looks like.
Southeast London, terrible.
Wait, am I in Southeast London? No, South.
Nah.
I'm like. Well, Greater London doesn't really count as.
Greater London? Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Yeah, Greater London doesn't exist. It's not real.
Implying anything, any part of London would be greater.
Oh, fair.
It's a logical fallacy in and of itself.
Fair. That's a good point. No part of you cannot describe any part of the UK as greater.
Except for Ireland.
You haven't
I'll
been to,
take
you haven't
Ireland.
been to Cornwall.
Ireland's not part of. Well, okay, Northern Ireland's part of the UK.
You know what? No, it's okay. I appreciate what you said initially. We go for that. Like, I'm sure the entire country will love you. That's how you fit in there.
I have multiple Irish colleagues, so I know how they feel about it.
Oh my god! Actually, that reminds me of like a news thing I saw recently. Apparently, an American like shredded 44 British passports because there was like a visiting group.
That person was me.
This is for Ireland.
Oh fuck it! That was absolutely me. That man is my hero. Like
would,
anything
like,
I can do
school
to
children
you know what? I don't give a fuck. Like anything I can do to inconvenience the British.
Oh my god.
I don't care. I will Anakin this motherfucker. Not just the women, or not just the men, but the women and children too.
God.
Like,
I'm starting to think he deserves to be cancelled.
yeah, that's the issue. Is people have tried so many times, but they can't all reach a consensus on what exactly to get me for. So I stayed intact this entire time.
The question is like, how would you feel if I told you I'm like half British or only half British?
Like, I'll just pretend that you're some sort of fucked up Australian, and then I'll like make myself feel better.
Oh my god, that's so funny because you're half Australian.
There you go. Like, you could be like that edgy meme that middle schoolers like to post, where it's like I have two sides, and then it's like one angle and one devil. So,
One British, one Australian.
yeah.
I have two wolves.
You got two wolves inside of me. I'm a furry artist, please. I need commissions.
I'm not British yet.
Yeah, you don't worry. You'll get there.
Well, that's like 5 years though. That's a long time.
Yeah. The joys of Brexit.
Yeah, the UK might not even exist in 5 years.
I know. Kind of happy I got my Australian citizenship. Not gonna lie.
By the way, don't ask Jack about anything geography related. You will regret it instantly.
Oh no!
I mean, he's
okay.
American, so I was kind of.
Well,
expecting-
yeah, that's not
guys
a surprise.
No, you guys don't know how bad it is.
How
Like,
bad.
Where is
um,
France, Jack?
you-
could
do you end
Rob?
up on a-
Rob,
do
could
end
you
up
pull
on a
up the?
BuzzFeed video?
Um,
Do you end up
I
on a
mean,
BuzzFeed video kind of bad?
I'm sure Rob has the map. Rob, could you pull up the map of the for us? Like, or in fact, I can do it. I guess. Let's.
I am worried whether I should be
Oh,
allowing
you
this on
should
my
be.
stream or not.
Let's see.
It'll be
Where
funny.
was it? Where did we?
It's
post
content.
it?
Hashtag content.
Hashtag content. We make an American explain geography.
To be fair, like what's that talk show talk show host that fucking Jimmy or something?
What?
Fucking wait. Jimmy Kimmel, right? He literally has entire segments where he does that shit, so that's not that weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of weird because we're following a cringe late night showcase.
I mean, are there late night shows that aren't cringe?
I think Jamie. I was about to say-
Jamie Oliver, yeah, Jamie Oliver's not cringe at all. Yeah,
We love
I-
Jamie Oliver here.
of John Oliver.
John Oliver, but he's not really. Is he? He's not a talk show though.
Yeah, he's late night talk show.
Is that a talk show? I mean, it's pre-recorded. Well, I mean, well, okay.
He's talking and it's late at night. It's a talk show.
I'm like, I guess what is? Yeah, but it doesn't give me like like Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel vibes. Why are so many of them called Jimmy?
Jimmy's a fun. It's a fun, non-threatening name. They did a poll and it's the least threatening name in America.
I'm not surprised. All right, fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean, right? It doesn't feel like a talk show. It's like he doesn't. He does have guests, I guess, but like, it's not like he just brings them on and talks about stuff. You know, it's always like very directed topic.
But it's like a collection of topics that he does. So he has like
Yeah.
one, and sometimes it runs for the whole show. But then usually he would do like a bunch of little ones and a bunch of sketches.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it. I did like an entire map of the UK, and
Oh my
it
God,
is.
I'm so excited.
I'm sorry, of Europe. Oh my God, here it
Oh my God,
is.
Europe.
When
Oh,
was
no.
this?
This is even worse than I actually thought it was. All right, prepare yourselves.
All right, I'm bringing. Wait,
Um,
did you? Okay, I've already seen multiple issues, but did you do this earnestly or like as a meme?
Okay, like we're not going to answer that question. Like there are.
Why is the UK in its own little corner? Did you put in timeout?
Like, I just gave back the land that they fucking took from the people who deserve it.
Sorry.
Like, although I love how out of all of these that I got wrong, Albania is surprisingly close. So
I guess
like
Russia has to be close just because, like, oh, which was the big one?
yeah, I also
Where's
forgot where
France 2.0.
Yeah, well, so like I forgot what the hell was here because I put France here.
Why did you just shift? Oh wait, no, you swapped France and Germany. No, okay. No, I was gonna say if you swapped France and no, I was gonna say if you swapped France and Germany, you could just like move those three like across one slot and it would be correct.
Yeah, I thought
Like how
Switzerland
you
was
didn't even
way
acknowledge
higher.
Denmark.
Like,
Oh wait, no, you did acknowledge Denmark, but you got it wrong.
Well, no, but ignoring Denmark is the correct answer. To be fair. Oh no, wait, Denmark is up there. No, Denmark's up there. Never mind.
Yeah, Denmark's right here. Like,
Put Lithuania as Belgium as Lithuania.
Yeah.
Ukraine as a whole.
Why is Estonia all the way next to like Italy?
My favorite
Why
part
did you make up borders?
is that okay. So like, here's the thing, right?
This
I
is
tried
such
to, like,
Portugal.
Ukraine, like in here too. And keep in mind, I think this is actually during the conflict that was going on.
Greece too.
Oh my god. I can't believe you've done this.
I think I fucked up and died. That's okay though. All right. So like back to this, I tried to put Ukraine in here, and this is during the conflict, and then I had somebody point out like
How?
if they're invading Ukraine, how do they do that
Through Switzerland?
And like so like my answer is that these lines on the map are actually giant valleys, and they were actually all invading through the Ukrainian valley. Like a 300 style sort of attack. It's pretty valiant, if I must say so myself. So, but yeah, so that's what an American thinks Europe looks like.
At least you got Russia.
How much of it were you memeing, and how much of it were you not?
Sad part is I wish that I knew. Like,
I think the McDonald's was a bit of a meme. Because that's Turkey.
But no, I thought it was Macedonia. Like,
Wait, where did you think Turkey was?
Oh, I don't give a fuck about Turkey. I don't know. And I don't.
Oh yeah, we're definitely getting canceled. That's fine.
Like, man, fucking Turkey's doing their own thing, and I appreciate them. But Greece is fucking 100%. Greece forever. So.
The only one that needs like a ton of fucking financial, like just like bail us out every 4 years.
I'm supporting Greece because I plan to buy it with my next paycheck. So.
That's a good reason, to be fair.
Can you lend me like Mykonos once you buy Greece, please? That'd be super cool.
That would be
like
great.
Monopoly. I assume that's how this works.
Yeah, how much money did I give you when I go there next?
How much do I owe you for like just visiting Greece, my dude? Since you're the Minister of Tourism as well. God, look at those nice soft little tones. I'm mad that it's a filter.
Yeah, but it works.
Changing the lighting halfway through.
This is basically, I mean, I treat this as basically like a nicer version of what do you call it? Gradient map. Have you seen Gradient map?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a nicer version of that, basically.
Yeah,
And it does sort of default into like warm tones a lot, but that's fine. I can just tweak it. Like, you know, if I need to like actually change it, I can just like use like hue saturated, or like change it up or something. Now it's RGB as hell.
RGB.
I mean, my background is RGB as hell, so I don't think I have really any room to complain.
I think that's kind of funky. That's very alien, where it's like blue earth and orange sky.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
Could be fun.
copper.
If I ever go to like live in the US for a long term, I should like just start pretending to have a British accent.
That'd be funny.
You could. I mean,
I don't know how many people
person would be able to tell.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I like considering your geographical skills, I genuinely think I could get away with it.
I'm telling you, like it's not exactly like you're not exactly going in the fucking, you know. I don't even know what would be something smart. that's the sad part.
The Metropolitan or something.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Like I'm just.
How is that the best? How is that the best example you could come up with?
It's Americans.
Metropolitan Museum, so smart. Yeah.
Dude, have you never heard of the Met?
No, I know of it. Yeah.
That's okay.
I mean, that's okay, but I mean, it's still a museum. I don't know. I feel like you would probably like go for like some kind of like university or something if you want to go for something super smarty pants.
Yeah, but yeah, I suppose so. I guess I'm just thinking more like, you know, the Met Gala and stuff like that.
Oh, sure, I guess. All right, fair enough.
Oh, speaking of like fancy pants stuff, something really funny happened to me today at work.
Oh God, is this a good or bad one?
It's funny.
Okay.
It's funny. So basically, I work at like British GameStop, right?
Okay, strike one.
And what happened was, so we take secondhand goods, right? And this woman came in, super posh, tattooed eyebrows, right?
tattooed
So-
eyebrows?
Yeah. When women get a bit older and their eyebrows don't show up very well, if they have enough money, they can go to like a tattoo artist and get tattooed eyebrows, so they don't have to keep filling out their eyebrows every day.
Huh, I did not know that. Okay.
Fun fact. Anyway, so what ended up happening was she, I'm at the till. She approaches me and I'm like, "Hi, how are you doing? How can I help?" And she's like, "Oh, hi. I heard from a friend of mine that you take technology for money. I just wanted to throw out my iMac, but I heard that you guys have, I can get some money for it." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What kind of Mac do you have?" And she pulls up her iPhone, right? Just to like sort of check out the specs of the iMac, because through iCloud you can look at your devices, right? And she shows me the iMac specs, right? Guess what the iMac was called?
What?
Housekeeper's iMac.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What? So
Yeah. That was actually, you know what, slightly worse than I had anticipated. And that is very rare. So
It's very funny.
okay, I'm trying to walk myself through like the possibility of how this happened. So he's throwing out her housekeeper's iMac, essentially.
she's throwing out her housekeeper.
Her
Yeah.
housekeeper's iMac. The iMac
Yeah.
belonging to the housekeeper.
Yep. So
Why would
did they?
why
I
would
must.
the
Okay, but it's
iMac-
called the housekeeper's iMac. So they bought the iMac for the housekeeper in
Yeah.
the first place,
Yeah.
and then they got rid of the housekeeper, or they're punishing the housekeeper and they're getting rid of the iMac.
The lore is deep here. I have no idea what's
I am trying to figure this shit out, and I'm like, how could this even have possibly happened?
God, maybe they fired her and they need to get a new iMac for the new house.
Oh my
Maybe. And then they don't know that you can just like wipe computers. So you're like, oh, you have to buy a new one because they're rich and they've never had to like actually maintain anything in their life.
Yeah, probably.
It's
like,
sad as I
like
don't
that
even think
for-
that's like. Yeah, I think that's actually somewhat likely.
like genuinely like, and she just like oozed rich as well. It was crazy, honestly.
That's wild.
Yeah.
The fact that people like that exist is just fascinating to me.
To be fair, I live in a town where you get a lot of people like that. To be honest, basically like, I'm trying to think of like sort of like a classy rich area. It's not like LA. It's more like
Hollywood?
LA's not classy.
Hollywood's not classy.
Is
I think
it,
it-
Jack? I mean, you're the Californian.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it depends on where you go, right? And
Well,
it's
if
like,
you're
in
living
general-
near like Beverly Hills or some bullshit, then sure. But most of it doesn't seem that classy.
So, like,
I think I'm
yeah,
thinking
like,
more like New York suburb, like an
oh,
hour.
no,
from
you
Manhattan
fucking,
kind
no,
of thing.
never mind. Yeah, no,
Like
you
that
fucked it
kinda,
up with
like,
that one. Like, I would have agreed with you, like, as like, oh yeah, because LA kind of sucks, but it's like, New York is not better. It is far
No,
worse.
but like suburbs, like where it's like really rich. They go to Cape Cod every summer because they have a property there, like that kind
Oh,
of.
the Hamptons. You know what? That's a good one.
Oh, the Hamptons, right? That's what that's
Yeah.
called. Yeah, no, that's fair
Yeah.
enough.
Like the Hamptons. Yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, it's very interesting.
Hey, 2Q Benteris. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. No, that is not. That is. I'm photo bashing that in.
Yes. Good.
Yep. I do have rock brushes, but no, they do not magically create a rock.
I wish.
I wish. No, I am photo bashing that in, and I am painting it back in with a layer mask.
I quite like layer masks. Not gonna lie.
Yep, they're super useful. I could paint it, but it'll take me way longer.
Yeah, speaking of, I gotta fuck with my rock brush. Like, I wanna. It's just cool, man.
Oh, photo bashing is basically just you grab photos online or wherever hell you want. Usually, I'll probably, because if you don't want to worry about copyright, you either buy them or take pictures yourself. You put them into your picture and you just put them in there. I'm about to do more of it if you want to watch me do a little bit more.
There we go. That's my cute little pal.
Yeah. Okay, so now I have this picture, right? I have a photo, and I want to make use of part of this photo and put it into my piece. So say, for example, I want to grab this piece. And let me maneuver it into place. I'll throw some filters on it to make it fit in better.
That's quite badass. I like that.
To a decent amount. It doesn't have to be perfect because honestly I'm just gonna go paint over most of these later anyway. But yeah, just adjust it a little bit so it fits in with the rest of the picture. And then I'll just add it. I'll layer mask, I'll hide it, and then I'll bring it back in. Does that make sense? So yeah, now I have like a rock photo that merges decently well with what I have. I mean, I'll probably go back in and adjust it more stuff later, but yep. That's how that works.
Very lovely. We love it.
Honestly, I'm decently happy that I've been able to actually make some form of depth within the image. I want to like add another like.
Ooh,
I
let me take a look what you're working on.
Yeah, I didn't actually like layer it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a layer behind everything because I think I can layer it like even more. Like just add stuff behind this that's like really faded out.
Just add
and
stuff.
Like just push it. But
Nice.
yeah,
Definitely.
what's cool too is like this is like exactly. I mean, like okay, it's very funny because at some point I want to do like conventions and stuff.
Mhm.
And that like fan art, obviously, right? Fan
I
art
mean,
sells.
for official purposes, no, I am not going to sell fan
Yes.
art. Officially speaking, legally speaking, I am not creating or selling fan art.
Yep, if I could, it. But yeah, no. So that's the goal there. So, although this isn't Legend of Zelda fan art. This is unrelated chicken temple. Like it's actually the chicken that's a part of the brand. Like you know what I'm saying?
It's referenced. Is referenced. Let's just say that.
Inspired.
Inspired by, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm also just looking at mine, and I'm definitely falling more into like my illustration training back in uni.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, the contrast and stuff is looking really nice now. It's looking good.
Let me take a look what you're working on.
Yeah, I'm gonna like flesh out the background mountains a little bit more and add a bit more contrast.
Ooh.
I am really liking how this is looking at the moment.
Interesting. It would be super cool if you kept sort of like that diagonal momentum of the brushstrokes.
What, like this?
Yeah. Well, yeah, go like because you have like that really strong diagonals of the sky and also like the mountain on the right. If you kept like doing sort of like keeping with sort of that as you keep doing shading, that would be super cool.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm just gonna fix that up and do strong stuff there.
Ooh, anyway, speaking of conventions, apparently there's like There's a Comic-Con in May in London.
Oh yeah. London Comic Con.
I'm gonna go, I think. I signed up for Industry Pass.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the nice thing about working in the studio. You get freebies. You can just sign up for it. You don't have to pay.
yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, when I go up to the UK, I'll let you know because I'll be.
Oh, yeah,
doing,
man. Let me know. We'll hang
yeah.
out.
Like, fucking, it'll only be for like a couple of days because I'll be down in France for like 99.9% of my time. But
Very
yeah,
reasonable
like,
because that's where your boyfriend is. So I wouldn't expect you just hang out with me the entire time.
Oh, dude. Well, I have so many people that I want to see too, which is so nightmarish because at the same time that I'm like, oh my god, I want to spend all my time with him. Like, it's fucking. I can't because I end up like just being like, well, I'm gonna really regret if I like miss everybody. Right?
No, fair.
Like,
True.
so, but yeah, I'm
Wait,
super excited.
when are you playing it again?
Fuck. So here's the hard part: is I can go like literally as soon as I get my passport and we like rock it and get going, right? But like it's the U.S. government, and yeah, so getting a passport is I already have it in. They're just like waiting for it. So
I love
yeah.
how you explained it. It was just like, but it's the U.S. Government, so.
Honestly, that's what it is. Like
The government's decision.
it is always such a shame.
Yeah.
It certainly is a government.
You know what's fucking hilarious too is they still have not confirmed that my passport is in, right? Yet they
What does
took
that
my
mean?
money the same day. Yeah, so what it means is
Oh, that's the most
it means that
American
they're
thing I
still,
can think of.
yeah, like they're still fucking with it. They're just like, oh yeah, like we're still fucking with all your passport stuff, right? I'm like, okay, whatever, right? That wouldn't bother me if they hadn't have taken my money the exact same day that I fucking applied for the passport. So yeah,
Top American. That's just
yep.
the American experience. Fair enough.
Oh my god, honestly, it'd be Legend of Zelda is great, but you know what else this might make a really fucking cool fan art for, and it fits like perfectly within the art style.
What?
Spyro.
Oh, I've never played
And that,
Spyro, so I can't say a lot there.
it needs so much love. Like, it really does.
Sorry, gang.
Wait, what?
Like,
What kind of games are they? Platformers, like adventure?
yeah, 3D platform. So,
Right. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, it was like
and,
part of the wave of those like mascot games. So.
yeah, and like honestly, like it's so good. Like everything about it is just like really solid from a fundamental
I mean,
gameplay design type of point.
everybody I've heard talk about it has just been super positive about it and just like nostalgic for it. So I must imagine
Yeah.
it did something right.
Yeah, like it really did. So you know what's interesting? Something that I'm kind of figuring out is when creating texture, I can even out the balance of an overlay layer by
Uh-huh.
using a soft light layer.
Yep.
Like I'll use like a multiply layer on one set of texture, like I'll use a rock brush then a multiply layer,
Yep.
and then like I'll try it again with like a soft light layer, and the soft light will actually like add more texture and then balance out the added darkness.
Honestly, I mostly just use soft light for a long while.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, stuff like it's kind of.
Yeah, but that's for texturing. That's not really necessarily for photo bashing. Photo bashing, I've just started using normal layers. So
Yeah.
sort of hard. It's sort of hard to do photo bashing without like just normal layers because you just get like stuff poking through, and that's not really what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh, what games have you guys been playing lately? You haven't been playing the controversial games, have you?
Mm, yeah, my coworkers as well at British GameStop. They have been.
I love how you keep just calling it British GameStop. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You are correct.
Yeah, I am correct, yeah. But yeah, like they are looking for ways to illegally download the controversial games.
Honestly,
You can already do that. That's not hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I checked.
just
It
trying
got
to-
correct already. So
Yeah, I think one of them has already like downloaded the crack. So
Yep.
that's how that's going to them. But apparently, it's taking like literally ages for them to get past to the sorting hat.
is it
Like actually, yeah, no, like actually a really, really unnecessarily long time.
weird? Huh. Okay. I did not expect that. You would think like, wait, no. I've seen that played. Like that didn't take that long.
Yeah, but it's taking like pretty long, like for the sorting hat, which is like one of the first things you do when you.
Well, no, there's like an entire first introductory mission where you just like run around doing some like setup for the plot before you start doing stuff. Yeah, like it's just like an introductory tutorial mission before you go to Hogwarts. It's not that long.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, I mean I've seen it.
I see. Good man.
I spy with my little eye.
All right.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2
Oh, of course you
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
because I'm sweaty.
That's unfortunate.
My condolences.
Yeah.
Listen.
Lightfall did just come out, to be fair.
It did just come out, so I'm not being like addicted for no reason.
They're just like, oh, I'm just riding the bandwagon. I'm definitely not addicted at all. Nope.
Yeah, to be fair, like I literally have not touched it in like 2 months, and then when I heard that the season was coming to an end, I was like, God damn it, gotta grind.
Do you though? Do you though?
Yeah, I do because I wanted to get weapons.
Fine, Sophie. Hurt yourself if you must.
I want to get weapons.
Yeah, but do you have time to like play it 24/7 though? It's a live service.
Do you have time to play any tabletop games?
Yes, actually, because I just play with people at the studio.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna fucking hell yeah.
Yeah, just go
That's
down
cool.
after. I just go downstairs after work and we play. See, it's easy. All you have to do is work somewhere where people play tabletop games.
You don't get in trouble for playing tabletop games.
No. And you get free pizza on tabletop days as well.
See, listen, this man's living my dream. So unfortunate.
Just get a job in the games industry. It's so easy.
tech-
Why haven't you
technically,
Why haven't you thought of
They
that?
are. Like, no, they technically are. I mean, British GameStop is technically the games industry.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Oh, are they?
they're just in the side that you don't like, so you're just being a little bit biased here. So I'm
Apparently,
saying.
your voices are a bit low, according to Cube. So I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Let's see.
Yeah, sounds
Oh, good.
very cool.
I'm essentially just using my speaker input. So let's see. All right. Try saying something. See if that's better.
Preston?
Is that
Preston?
any better to Cube?
Wah, 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 wah.
Well, we'll wait for him to reply. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Work somewhere where people play tabletop games. Yes. Either work in a games workshop or work in a video game place.
Ridiculous workshop.
Yeah.
Don't work
Like,
for Games Workshop. They
honestly-
have to make ridiculous sales goals, otherwise they get shut down.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
You know what? Like, I would fully expect, like, working for a Games Workshop, that they would sell you your own lunch breaks. Like, that's not a bad thing. Power to them as a business. That is, like, fantastic. But, you
Oh
know,
my
like,
goodness. Uh,
I'll be honest,
although,
like the people at the Games Workshop here at least seem super friendly, and like they seem to be having a decent time. I don't know, like
yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know what? My problem is actually very, simple, as in the fact that like they have the perfect business model, and I'm jealous. They literally took like the parts. It's like Build-A-Bear, right? Like they took the parts of like an object that already exists and is a thing, and they broke it down into parts. Said, "Hey, build it yourself, and we're gonna charge you 5 times the price." And it's like honestly fantastic because like the whole like the work is what makes the product is like such a like brilliant type of deal, but
Well,
like
yeah,
I'm
because
so
the
jealous.
consumers like feel ownership of the piece now. So you now
Exactly.
and you don't have to like do like if you don't make you make something that people don't like, you're like, well, we'll fix it ourselves.
I fucking exactly. It is better than the perfect business model, and they are just riding high off of that. So you best believe that I'm coming in with the concept of bottling your own water for $5. Like
amazing,
that's gonna
amazing.
be my thing.
We love an entrepreneurial business, man. Oh my god.
Games Workshop does give stuff chaotic. To be fair, they give like one free miniature a month to get people to buy in. The first hit is always free.
hmm
First hit is always free.
They did give stuff during the Panini. Did you mean pandemic? I'm assuming.
Don't forget that like they also do like painting like tutorials and classes as well, like for free.
Oh
That
yeah.
you can bring like, and I think they try and convince you to buy the paints afterwards. And that's
Oh
great.
yeah, they tried that on me. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Resisted. Uh,
I'm good. I have Vallejo. It's cool.
the eye just twitches at the mention of Vallejo.
I didn't say that. To be fair.
Just say that you like use the acrylic. Fuck, what's that really shitty brand that's always on Amazon?
I use
Like,
crayons.
fuck. We're not talking like actual like paints, right? We're talking like even worse than like fake paints. We're
Like
talking like
like the school
non,
paint.
yeah, school,
Yeah.
like exactly. Like there's a brand that's
I don't
on.
know what you're talking about, and I feel like I might be scared now.
Oh no, yeah, it's pretty bad. Here. Amazon. I'm the easiest way is to go to Amazon and then fucking search up acrylic paints. Um, let's see. Oh, there's a new. There's a whole bunch of competition.
Well, yeah, it's
Uh,
Amazon. If you make one shitty product,
yeah,
there's gonna be 5 other people making the same shitty product, and then Amazon's
yeah.
gonna come in and make the same shitty product, but for like half the price, and try to steal the market.
Take away your business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I bet I could look paint kit. That would be the word that bring it up. Fucking.
Paint
Oh
kit?
my god! It starts with an A. I forget what it is. Arteza. That's
What
the
is that?
motherfucker.
I've never seen that.
God, our teaser.
Oh,
Do you know this,
um,
Sophie?
I have heard of it, and
Okay.
I think I have seen it when I was browsing like traditional.
yeah,
So they're like
like they're
genuinely bad.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they make like the fucking like the sets that like include like useless items that you'll like. Okay, so like when you're like a young kid and you're an artist, like
Right.
everybody will get you like the art set, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is like
yeah.
5 pencils, shitty acrylic paints, and like nothing is of quality. Everything is terrible.
Yep, I've seen
Like
those. Yep.
yeah, so like they are the motherfuckers who do that. Like
Oh, okay.
yes,
That explains a lot.
so yep, fucking, and it is incredible. Like they are just kind of renowned, and like to be fair, like again, power to them. They probably ship more units to
Have
old
fun,
people
chaotic
who don't
voices.
know.
Oh no, I'm just responding to chat. Oh, good. You
Yeah,
continue.
yeah. But yeah, no, they just really, no, they're not the ticket. So
Are they
Dang it.
cheap? I'm assuming they're very cheap.
probably. Like honestly, I don't think they're like. Given how expensive art supplies are, yeah, but I
But
don't know.
no,
That's not
yes,
saying
but
much.
no.
Yeah, it's like it's what you're gonna get isn't gonna be any like you know too much better.
So it's like it is it is acrylic paint, but like you're not gonna like say like it's not gonna be a satisfying experience.
Mm.
Is
Like,
it
it's-
even acrylic paint? Is up for Babs, but yes.
Well, how do you how do you spell that again? Art RT
Yeah. Basically, how you think
RTs.
it would be easy and
Hey guys, guess what?
What?
Wrist stretch break.
uh,
That's probably good. I have not done that ever.
This is why you're gonna get carpal tunnel at 30.
I still haven't. It hasn't caught me
That
yet.
explains a lot.
Well, no, but it helps that I do like concept art, right? Because that means I switch between like photo bashing and like painting and like 3D stuff. So like the hand movements are different. It actually does help.
So what you're saying is concept art isn't real art.
Yeah,
Wait, okay.
it's not
Just
odd.
making sure. Can I get that? Could I get that on the record? Like I want to show it to a few people.
Concept art isn't art. Concept art is design, and that's different.
Like so they
I can
you
get-
couldn't call a concept artist an artist then. So
We are still making cool shit, so I don't know what you want to make of that.
okay. No, you've answered my question perfectly. Like that's all I wanted to know. So
Look, we're not illustrators. We're not just trying to make a pretty picture. We're here to make a design, and that's it.
so you can't be bothered to do like the rest of the work is what you're telling me.
Yes.
You guys are just too lazy to be real artists.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I am definitely too lazy. I mean, I am forced to do rendering for my portfolio, and that's it.
Yeah. Honestly, I was gonna say that is kind of a.
I can render.
fuck that
I don't
shit.
want. I don't want to. No. Do you?
Yeah, because I feel like every artist, like given the choice, is like, yeah, I'm lazy as hell. Like,
I do kind of like rendering just a little bit though.
I mean, rendering's fine if you're just like sitting there for an afternoon chilling, but like, as the main point of your job, do you want to be sitting there for like 4 weeks just rendering? I mean, not honestly for me, not really.
it's the job part that really fucks with me, right? Like,
Yeah.
because it's like that's the difference, and like it doesn't sound like a big one, but like if you've like even for like freelance stuff, right? Because like that's my only experience is it's like that is a nightmare, right?
Hmm.
So it's like job is a very specific sort of title.
I mean, 2Cube, it's fine if you like rendering. That's it's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like,
Rendering.
if you had to sit there as like your day job and you had to like just render pieces for weeks on end, and you know, I like just sitting there and painting too, but I'm not gonna want to do that for like 4 weeks for each piece. It's just gonna be like too much, just not too much downtime after. Like, it's not the creative part, you know. It's like, yeah, it's just a bit of a different mindset. I don't like. I enjoy it in short bursts, but I don't think I could do it for like very long.
Not me layering textures because I can't because I'm not photo passionate.
It's just just me just like throwing textures and like, hey, look, here's like how many folders are these? Jesus Christ, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, damn it, shut up, system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10 photos. Cool. Yeah, I'm just
I'm just like layering and blending and layering and blending my textures.
enjoy. I will cheat and be happy about it.
To be fair, I kind of want to try cheating using the sky, because I feel like that would be quite an easy introduction to photo bashing.
Oh yeah, skies should be relatively easy photo bash. Let me just like fucking, well, let me see if I can grab a quick photo of a sky and just like throw that in. Don't have to worry about that anymore.
Sort of tilt that, put that up.
Jesus Christ, is this real?
What?
No, I was looking at this picture. It's like, holy shit, is this? I think for a moment I couldn't tell if this was like a real picture or not. Look at those rocks. Those look painterly as shit.
Yeah, they kind of do. Oh, that's kind of like the sandstone stuff you get in Hong Kong, though.
Yeah, it does. But like on a screen for a moment, I couldn't tell.
Oh, I see. So we want to multiply. Where? Magnetic velocity tool. I think magnetic velocity tool is one of the greatest things to like learn how to use properly.
Mm-hmm.
It did help a lot.
I can imagine. Yeah. I mean, just starting to actually use like the photo manipulation tools is just like a huge step for so many young artists. It's just like, oh my god, I actually never realized I could just do that shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something that if it works is going to be fantastic. If it doesn't, then oh well.
Then you'll blame your tools.
Yeah. Well, so I'm setting a fucking gotta erase this. Setting a soft light layer and then a drop shadow on top of it. It doesn't work for the verticals, unfortunately. Unless I could change the direction. That kind of works a little bit better. But yeah, just to get like some like actual brickwork in, like, yeah, those kind of work. I'm almost impressed.
Wait, let me take a look and see what you're doing. Oh yeah. I would just be careful about that perspective.
Yeah.
That's not really in perspective, so yeah, that's all from like the same angle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good point. Fucking
yeah,
Jesus.
your ellipses are not working.
Are completely. It's the opposite.
It is borked. But you well, first you should change the underlying structure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because like these would be. Oh, okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
The bottom third is fine. The top, the top half you definitely gotta warp that up.
I could just warp it. Yeah, good catch.
Perspective.
It's funny because like and what's even worse, that's what makes it small too. Like it fucks with the sense of scale.
This is why artists hate perspective and students hate working with backgrounds and environments.
Yes.
I should definitely do like a portfolio critique thing some stream. That could be fun.
That'd be quite cool. As long as people are willing to like
let me talk shit about them on stream.
Yeah.
Behold your terribleness.
Behold. too toothy. I need something less toothy. That's less toothy.
You know, I want to like push the shapes. I really like this, like quite literal basic casual shape, right? Like where it's just got like that little itty bitty part at the top.
Yes.
Super nice.
Yeah, just like break up the silhouette a little bit more and play more with it. I suppose that's probably the correct play.
Yeah, I did end up kind of doing that with my own piece by adding like a bird flying down the valley, just to like break it up just a little bit, just kind of blending out the clouds a little bit more.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna do something funky with this top half too. Yeah. And since these are syncing, I'm gonna need to. God, I do need to do the fucking light perspective too. Kill me. I'm gonna readjust very
Hey man,
small things.
you asked us you asked for me to make this landscape focused session, so
I did. This is exactly why. Like,
this is a hell of your own making.
really is.
I also think I might try and render people a bit more now. I've been avoiding
That
them a
sky
little
makes
bit,
no
but I
goddamn
don't-
sense.
So we got a little back there.
I want to try doing tarot cards. Feels like they would be really good for doing merch stuff.
Yeah, I think tarot cards are very like collectible as well.
Oh yeah, for
You're
sure.
on the Angelarium route?
Sort of. Yeah. Something like that. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know about necessarily Angelarium, but maybe more. Have you seen like the Dragon Age Inquisition tarot cards?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like sort of semi-graphic. Probably would take less time than the Angelarian stuff. That's like super highly rendered. That might be like a bit too much. Like keep it like sort of graphic. I feel like that would work really well for doing some merch designs.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
cool.
like this year I probably won't have time to hit a like like table at Comic-Con or anything, but maybe next year. Like once I
mean,
have
you
more
did
designs.
You did literally move over here, like last year as well, so...
Yeah,
you still
October,
have to
September.
support it. Yeah.
If I can make custom dice sets for merch, I can guarantee you will sell out fast thanks to all the dice goblins coming for the nice click-clack sounds. Oh god, I don't even know where to start with that. Maybe I should... I should look into that though, maybe. That could be cool.
You know, it's
It's definitely an
fucking
idea.
incredible. I saw the coolest fucking dice. I'm not into dice. I don't really give a shit about dice, despite playing tabletop RPGs.
You realize this is gonna go up on
Majority.
this is gonna be go up on the internet, and then like the
You know
entire
what?
D&D community that you work with is gonna hate you.
They can fucking fight me. You don't need more than one set of dice. Like, you really don't. Like,
Oh wow!
Uh,
Why would you say something so brave but so controversial?
but there was one that I was looking at, and I was like, holy shit, that is genuinely cool. And it was they called it like the Beholder set or something, and it had eyes in the inside of the dice, right?
Okay, that does
That
sound
were,
pretty
like-
fucking cool. Yeah, all right.
Well, here's the crazy part. They were monster eyes, like, Beholder eyes, right?
Mhm.
And they would rotate freely. Like, they were on, like, their own, like, I think it was like a fluid system or something, but, like, they would rotate and
Ooh.
always face up, right? So, like, you could roll them and they would be, like, fucking looking at, like, straight up on the table. It was the most insane shit.
And how much was this set of dice?
Oh, probably fucking $500. I will in a bet like it's probably super expensive, but
At least
it was
$50 billion.
yeah, like a small loan worth of money.
A mortgage, if you will.
Yeah, but I gotta say, like, it was the coolest dice that I've seen. So I've never
Shit.
actually like wanted dice, but like those kind of made me be like, that wouldn't be bad if I had it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I did spend like £500 on like display cases that I don't have enough miniatures for yet. So maybe.
Oh no. Yeah, yikes. That hurts. Like as a poor person, like fucking whenever somebody says like, "Oh yeah, I spent like $600 on Magic," I'm just like,
Nah.
like you're talking like my rent. Like
I
these people are
know.
spending my rent. On,
Wait,
like,
your rent is
Magic.
only 500 in
No,
California?
God, no. Yeah, no.
That's
a lot
That's some
higher.
bullshit. No, no, it's not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's fucking what's it called? 650. So
Oh, just slightly more.
Yeah.
How is your rent so low?
Single room.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, fair enough. Two
Yeah.
Cubes said the D&D community isn't gonna hate you; they're just gonna make you understand why dice is love. All right, if you say so, man.
You know what?
Understand.
Can you fight a bunch of sweaty nerds?
It honestly,
Really
like, fuck it. Send me dice. I have dice too. I have like a friend sent me like a whole bunch of miscellaneous dice, and I'm like, cool. It's cool. It's great. I just, I don't. Those are like loner dice. I don't really care. Like, I don't think you would need more than one dice. Like, I just really don't. Like.
What if your dice doesn't roll very well?
Then you know what? You fucked up on purchasing. That is your own damn fault. Like, I'm not here. I'm not here to justify your fucked up purchasing habits.
You should have done your interview properly.
You should have
Exactly.
interviewed the dice correctly.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't fucking read reviews, that's on you. Like, Amazon hosts them publicly. That's all I'm gonna say there. So, but yeah.
Have you seen those gemstone dice?
Oh God, yes, I have.
They're kind of pog, not gonna lie. I'll never buy them, but
They are, but yeah, I definitely, never would buy any of those like ridiculously crazy dice. But man, do they look cool!
they do.
I have
Until I have my own so I can decorate.
2Cube. I have seen who plays D&D nowadays, and yes, there are pro wrestlers that play D&D, but the vast majority of us who play D&D are not pro wrestlers. I can assure you that.
I'm a pro. I'm a super cool dude. Like, like 8 foot tall, like rippling abs. That's me. Like,
That's called a space marine.
Yep.
You said
Like,
the thing, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. You said the thing. You said the Warhammer reference. Oh my god.
Alright, so I want to add fucking Guardians into this bitch.
When you say Guardians, are you
That's
talking
gonna
about Destiny or?
No,
Yep,
literally,
fucking
I'm
crossover event.
begging you to be quiet. They already crossed over with Among Us. I'm dying inside.
Wait,
Genuine.
really? When?
Google it right now. I'm begging.
Oh,
Just Google it right
no.
now.
Among Us / Bungie. Oh my God, this is real.
Dad, and they fell in love, and they had me.
Can't wait for the fucking Fortnite collab on top of that.
What if I told you?
I don't want to know. I've been sad enough for one day.
Wait, isn't that already a thing? I swear they already did a Fortnite
Yeah.
collaboration. Yeah.
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 No.
This is why I must apply to Bungie one day.
It's very cool. They released a new emote recently called Torturous Dance.
And what is it?
It's a
Torturous?
JoJo It's a JoJo reference to the torture dance.
Oh, I haven't seen JoJo, so
They
Oh
literally
no,
added
don't
the
take good
JoJo's
media.
I know it's good. I just haven't had time. And like I'm not I'm not an anime person, you know. So it's like I haven't really had much history of anime. So it's like I know it's a classic. I just haven't gone around to it. But there's like a billion anime I have to like if I want to get into it. There's a billion of them I have to watch.
No, I get that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But this is more like JoJo's is more of an experience than an anime. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
I'm gonna do that first.
true. Fair enough. I mean, I've seen enough of it to be like, I know what you're talking about.
It is worth watching with friends, though. That's like the best way to watch it. If you watch it with a friend who's already watched it.
Feels like that's a lot of expectations. I'll be honest.
Okay, that's looking kind of nice. I'm gonna see if I can use the colorize feature again.
Yes, join the AI.
Yeah. So which one? How did you do it? Did you just go into edit?
Go to filter, neuro filters. Are you Are you using Photoshop?
Yeah.
Okay. Because don't you use Clip usually or something?
Oh yeah, here we are. Colorize. This filter must be downloaded first. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 300, 200 megabytes. It's not too bad.
Just doing that right now.
Yep. Takes a little bit of time. Now time to fix.
Alright, well, while that is downloading, I'm just gonna go and check on something. I'll be right back.
Sure, sounds good. Yeah, I'm just gonna start fixing these fucked up textures. Texture brushes. Let's see. What do I have? So yeah, Jack, did they help you with your landscape mind block?
Yes, very much so. Like, it's gonna take like a lot of practice and stuff, but
oh yeah, for sure.
It's yeah, like and honestly, like that's now that I know that I can actually like add depth, that's the biggest thing because it's like there's just a lot of noodling and there's a lot of specifics too, right? Like there's specifics of like,
oh yeah.
Actually designing texture, making things read, like getting quicker at it is going to be like something that's going to come along later. But
just reference and steal that shit. You don't have to design the texture. Just like, oh, this is what that looks like. I'm just going to do that.
Yeah, well, even then, like my skill set for like organics and stuff is like so low because I just really haven't done a whole bunch of them, right? That even like when fucking directly ripping off stuff, it's still gonna be like I mean, like you have rock here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's still like there's gonna be fundamental problems of lighting, like figuring out how things are like actually done. Like that's gonna be like its own sort of like challenge. But yeah, honestly, like I think like given a whole lot of painting, I think my skill set's going to improve a whole bunch on it.
Yep, that is the point.
Yeah. Although it does pain me because, like, I don't know, landscapes are so slow. Like, and I know you can get really quick at it, the better you get at it, but, like, man, it is, compared to, like, the skill set that I have created, it's definitely going to be a journey. So.
I don't know if I would agree with that, but fair. It's just you're not used to it yet, I think.
Yeah. Well, and I think you're right, too. And, like, it's going to be quicker than, like, what I've learned so far, by far, right? Like, it's just, like, a longer journey than, like, I'm used to at this stage in my heart. No, which is good, because that's the most progress, right? Yep. Like, you learn the most stuff when you're taking the longest route, so... But yeah, like it's also cool too because like I get to rip off more of my inspirations. So, there we go. All right, well, I'm going to go. Sorry to dip right as you get back, but
you must.
Yeah, lovely talking with you guys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Oh,
stream.
before you do go, would you like to tell the audience where they can find you?
Yeah, so all my socials are Jack the Undying, so that's just about it. I'm a simple man. So I am trying to get my Twitter rolling a little bit more than other stuff because I think Instagram just kind of died for me, but
How
that is what
so?
it is.
Wait, what do you mean it died for
Uh,
you?
I don't know, man. It's just Instagram I haven't been feeling it as
Okay.
much. Like, yeah, it's just like, and that's not a bad thing. I just like,
Well,
I guess
using
I
less of
should.
meta stuff is never a bad thing.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
And like, I guess I should move back into like Instagram. Like, there's no reason for me not to, but like, it's a lot of effort. So one of these days, I'm just gonna like post all of the work that I've done from the past year and schedule it so that my Instagram grows like a motherfucker. Because like regular content is what it needs, and I'm not really good at that. And
That's
it's
true
easier
of
to
all
post.
social media, though.
Yeah, well, it's easier to post to Twitter desktop, right? Like,
Oh, that's
Instagram
true. Instagram is
being mobile.
sort of annoying. I do just
Yeah,
like I do post from desktop, and it sort of works, but it's not optimal.
Yeah, I treat Instagram more as work rather than as something fun like Twitter, so I just schedule stuff in.
Twitter is fun for you? What kind of monster are you?
Yeah. So, alrighty.
We missed
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was good meeting you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Good talking to you. All right.
Have a great day, Jack.
Yeah, there he goes. There he goes.
Cool. We'll be on for another half an hour.
Yeah, and I think another half an hour sounds good.
Yeah. It's
so
our
I'm
usual.
just wondering actually. So
What's up?
it's just downloaded. How do I do the colorizing?
How do I do thing?
How do I do the thing?
Let me take a
it
look
is-
at what you're
oh.
looking at.
Yes. I would like your honest opinion on this.
Oh wait, are you? Is it on what? Is it in one layer or no? What layer do you have
No.
selected?
No, let's see what it's displaying here. Okay, yeah, no, it is showing the colorizing page. So this is basically what it's come up as.
Yeah. But
What
do you have?
downloaded.
But not everything is on one layer, right?
No. Let me check.
Check what you have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing on that because it only colorizes that layer. So what I would usually
I
do.
see.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would squash the layers. Like I would create a copy of all of the layers, squash that, and then colorize that and turn that into like a color layer.
Yeah, there we go. So kind of like that.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep. And then colorize that layer. Yeah.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. I was just being super silly with my.
There you go.
Okay. We want a bit more blue because it's like kind of wintry.
Yep.
Maybe a bit cyan.
It's magic.
It is pretty magical, I'm not gonna lie. And then the focal point. Maybe around here.
Man, I have not. I've relied on 3D too long.
Yeah, I really like my little illustrative style. Like, I think definitely like trying to break it up into more like contrasted focal points would be a much better thing, though, for sure. What's this? Color artifacts. Nothing happens. Magenta. Not much. Blue. That is quite nice, though. But I'm trying to shift it. Trying to see if I can shift it over. So shifting this bit over so you're more.
I mean, you don't have to worry too much about this, honestly. Like, I just treated it sort of like a first pass just to add some color so it looks like it's got color. And then I go in and add stuff afterwards.
I see. Yeah. That's quite nice, though.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Let me just show down the stream for a sec.
Yes. So I'm just going to show the before and an after as well.
Cool.
So yep, here we have the before. There we go. So this is the before the neural filters, the colorizing, and then boom, after.
Magic.
Magic. But yeah, look at that little bird I added. Isn't that kind of cute?
Ah,
Kind of Gucci.
it needs a little friends. Add like 2 more birds next to it or something.
Yeah, good idea. You do that. Find that brush that I used. There we go. I'm gonna see if I can add like a more of a. And then... There we go. Little birds all together.
Man, I really need to find time to start doing more personal work. This is... I feel like I could do better than this.
Artist's lament.
Yeah. Hell, I have a job. I still feel like this. So.
Yeah, I think it's when you have a job where you're doing a lot of art that way, then it's a bit more, you know, you kind of want more time to yourself and not thinking about work.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. I mean, Jack wasn't wrong. Like, I go home, I'm like, well, I already did a lot of art for the day. I don't need to do more art, right? It's fine. But then, like, a lot of that shit you do at work is not going to end up in your portfolio because that's how that works.
Exactly.
And then that stuff is, like, not really stuff you can post on social media either, so that doesn't help for your branding growth. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, like, stuff.
Yeah, I will say.
I mean, obviously, first world problems, but
yeah, but
yeah,
like it's
I'm
not
not.
a problem.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just like, oh, should
Just
probably.
I wish I had more opportunity to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But one thing I've been doing recently as like my own little project is like coffee shop reviews, where I draw the coffee and the cake itself, and then.
What do you mean?
And then, you know, so basically, if you go to my Twitter, actually, so I can plug myself as well as show you what I've been doing.
Oh my God, Sophie. All right, fine. Let's show your Twitter. All right, okay.
Yeah, so if you just type in my Twitter. So, if you see one of my,
Wait, what? It was S. Elliot.
Yeah, S. Elliot.
Is it underscore? Wait.
No, it's underscore. Yeah, there I am. You looked at me earlier because I'm so cool.
Why did you? You were there, right? You were there all along. Elliot. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Elliot. Because someone took S. Elliot.
Disgusting.
There I am. So, if you scroll down to...
How much do you want me to scroll down?
I'm pretty okay with, like, whatever you come across, so I don't mind.
Yeah, Twitter is... Imagine if somebody just, like, all the Twitter is just, like, terrible memes. Like, please don't look. Oh, okay.
Yes, it should be... Yeah, there we go. So, like, I do a review of my coffee, and I, like, draw it, and kind of...
Atmosphere is a bit dead during the day. I mean, don't you want cafes to be quiet?
Yeah, but, like, it's not busy. I mean, like, the atmosphere.
Okay.
So, like, the atmosphere itself is a bit, like... It's not cozy, it's not comfy.
Abandoned.
A little bit, yeah.
Fair enough. I don't know. Have you seen my my food paintings before?
I think I remember you doing food paintings at one point, yeah.
Yeah, I did also do some graphics on commission for like Hong Kong food stuff.
Ooh.
I don't know if I posted those. Let me grab them.
That would be super chill and cool.
Here. I don't know how much of a delay is for stream.
Yeah, it's like a 10-second delay. Oh yeah, I remember you doing the cup. Yeah, yeah, and the pineapple burn. I remember you showing it off like sometime last year, I think. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
before you moved.
Oh, definitely. Very much so. I mean, I haven't been here that long, so almost everything I've done is before I moved. I haven't done like much personal
it's
shit.
nice, it is, though. It is very cute though. Look at that. Look at those little. Oh, the pork cutlet. Delicious.
Where are the paintings? Man, those were a while ago. Sea lamb, yes. The good shit. At least I can make crispy pork belly relatively easy over here. They're not too hard.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
And then I could go to Chinatown and get the pastries.
Yeah. Oh, I miss pineapple buns. I need to get someone to go to Chinatown.
I did manage to sell a few prints of these, but honestly, looking back now, the paintwork is not that good. I think the
Hagao was really good.
It's all right. I could be better.
You want to make a spinning Hagao in like Blender or something?
You know what? That could honestly be sort of fun, but I don't know if I'm good enough at texturing for that. It's a lot of shader work. I could give it a fair try.
I think if you just find a shiny one, I think you'd be sorted, honestly.
No, you need a really good subsurface scattering too.
Fair enough.
You would also need to like have like because it's not like completely smooth, so you would need some kind of like speckles. I'm trying to think of.
Maybe you could just use a similar thing to like skin, and like maybe just soften it up a little bit, and then use it as like a base texture for Hagao.
Yeah, okay, but would I have to model the shrimp inside?
Probably not. You could probably just use a paint texture.
But that wouldn't look correct, because you wouldn't get like the translucency effect and like the layering. I don't think.
But the prawn itself is quite solid on the inside.
No, yeah, I know, but I'm just like thinking in terms of like logistics of building the 3D model. That's gonna take like actual work. It's not gonna be as easy as just like, oh yeah, slap some shit on there and call it done.
Yeah, makes sense. Alright, so that's pretty solid. We're gonna add some more solid shading.
Oh yeah, I did ask what you guys were playing earlier. You want to hear what I've been playing?
Yes.
God of War.
Ooh, the new one.
Yeah, Ragnarok. Because I just finished. Because I got my. I feel like I've mentioned this before, but like I got a PlayStation, so
PlayStation.
I feel obligated to actually use the PlayStation.
Yes, it's always good to like decompress a little bit, you know.
Oh yeah.
I think gaming is very underrated as like a de-stressor, honestly.
Underrated these days, though?
I don't know. Some people are very much like, oh, I don't want to use video games to like de-stress.
Huh. Wait, like what kind of people, though?
To be fair, like I have been...
It's like old people, or... I'm trying to like... Because I feel like most young people these days like pretty cool about video games.
Yeah, but it's more like, I think it's more like
It's stressful.
Oh, then again, maybe I play a bit too much, or maybe
it's the type of games that really determines if you're relaxing or not.
Yeah, that's true.
Like play like Life is Strange is a very different vibe from play Call of Duty, or
oh yeah.
Like I mean, hell, honestly, like even God of War is pretty relaxing. Like a lot of it's just like storytelling, right? So you're not sitting there trying to like figure out how shit, like oh god, like I'm fighting, I have to like. You're not being competitive. You're just like sort of enjoying a story, and that's pretty meditative.
Yeah.
Versus I don't know, like the Crucible and Destiny.
Oh Oh yeah, Crucible. I actually don't even touch Crucible because it's just too stressful.
No, me neither.
I don't like PvP. It makes me just whine.
Yeah, I don't play games to be competitive, so it's not really my scene. Except I did actually quite enjoy PUBG when that was popular, because like most of that game is just like walking around.
Yeah, wasn't that a bit more chill, PUBG?
Yeah, well, it was much slower. It's much slower paced than like Fortnite.
Ah, I see.
So like it was very much a lot of time, like a lot of downtime, where you're just like sort of going around, like get chat shit with your friends, and then like die.
Yeah, and it's like
and my
like, kind of on your guard.
And I have friends who are actually good, so all I have to do is like fire suppressive fire. And it's like, all right, if I get a couple kills, good. If I don't, well, I distracted them. That was my job.
Yeah, true. Yeah, distraction for the big gamers to
Yeah.
go through.
Man, I really should have done more referencing, but it's fine.
I'm kind of going off, honestly, just by memory.
This is not a portfolio piece. I can make it look good. I can make actual good-looking pieces. I know I can. This isn't one of them,
Yeah,
but
just have fun. Just have fun.
Yeah.
Just have fun, dude. Fun. I'm having lots of fun. And also, like...
one day I will actually make good art on stream. Today is not this day, but it's fine.
It'll be fine, honestly. Like, we still have another 15 minutes before we should wrap up. Anyway.
Yeah, that's totally gonna save my ass. Yeah.
Yeah, just have fun. You know, work with what you got. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I'm not stressed about it. I do good shit at work all the time. It's fine.
Sweet of confidence.
Ooh, wait, I didn't show you the mini I painted, did I?
I don't think you did. No, let's have a look.
Here, all right. Let me.
Through the stream.
I have pictures. Let's see. The pictures aren't the best, but it's fine.
That'll be fine.
Hey.
Oh, I'm very blue. Oh, I like him. I like. It looks like you did a little bit of hard lighting as well, which is quite.
The
nice.
lighting is not very conductive. Yeah, I did a little. I added some turquoise.
Turquoise.
Oh man, this is.
Very, very nice. I like the gold as well. I think you did really good on the gold.
I mean, metallics are easy to make look good, really.
Yeah, I remember when I was doing Space Wolves, I was being very liberal with the metallics.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly does help. But yeah, I try to do like multiple shades of gold, so you can see like a little bit of like reddish copper to just like highlight it out, and I have like a little brass to just like add a bit of highlights. It's okay. I mean, could have done better. Like I felt like I added like way too much, too many coats. Like it's okay, but like a little bit chunkier than I would like. But I could just be like, oh no, it's weathering. It's fine. It's meant to look like that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's just what you say at the end of the day. We're like, you know, you made a test, you did your best, and you learn for next time.
Oh, Too Cute. It's not bad art, but it's like I wouldn't put this in my portfolio. You know, it's fine. It's not
all about the portfolio. It's about if you've had fun.
Nah, I get paid for this shit. I have to think about that. I have to. It's hardwired into my brain now. No, I mean, obviously it's fine. It's not terrible, but like I didn't really use reference or anything, so it's like the forms are a little bit wacky, the perspective is a little bit off, but it's fine. It's not the worst. I can do better. I can do worse.
Yeah, it could be a whole lot worse.
Yeah. Which is
I'm really enjoying painting with the colorized filter. Like, this is actually game changing for me.
cheat as much as you can.
I know, this is great. This is fantastic.
Join the concept artist. This is the way.
You know, I actually really wanted to be a concept artist when I was in middle school.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did, and then I kind of saw the hiring rates for concept artists in like 2013, and I was like,
Oh, it's not any higher now.
I know, like, you have to be pretty damn good to like get in and be a concept artist at a company, and a company that treats you well as well.
Oh God, yeah. The what I keep telling people is like the easiest way to get into like AAA game development is already be in AAA game development.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
Like I saw a statistic like last night, and like only 10% of jobs in the games industry are for people with like less than 2 years experience.
Yeah, like they expect like a lot, you know.
Because it's always like the senior people that companies are fighting for. Like those are the people that's hard to get, because the people that the experienced people, you know, there's valuable resources. It's always very easy to fill up and get new kids who are not very experienced, and you could just like you open it up, you get like 50 applicants, you know. Like the very experienced people are the ones that are difficult to attract, because you're going up against like all the big companies. You're trying to like you need to have some kind of selling point. You need to like attract them with benefits, like all that crazy shit. So that's it's stupidly competitive. And for concept art, it's even worse because it's a cool job, and like, you know, you have like open up like a coding job. People, there's plenty of people who like coding, but like everybody likes concept art. So
yeah, people who like want to do concept art like really like concept art and like want to do it for like it's kind of like one of those commitment roles, you know.
Yeah, this is my life now. But yeah, wait. What kind of stuff? Do you have like a studio or like project in mind when you wanted to do concept art as a kid?
Yeah,
of course, the most generic answer. Fair enough. All right.
Yeah, well that, but I also just really enjoyed like sort of like their fantasy work, and I think they were really getting into Overwatch at the time as well. And I was
okay. All right, fair enough. I mean, I don't know. I felt like I was never super into Blizzard just because I never really played or followed the games very much.
Yeah,
I was not part of that. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think I was quite into Overwatch as well, like back in 2016 when it first came out, and you know, I was like, oh man, it would be really cool to work for Blizzard, blah, 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 blah. And then all the allegations came out, and I was like, wow, because I was already thinking about
I was not
Riot
surprised.
I was already thinking about Riot Games at that point, and Riot already had this super bad reputation. And
how many AAAs have good reputations? Let's be honest.
I know, but like it's personally for me because like, as someone who would have probably been harassed, like if I actually worked there, like it kind of felt a bit different. Like, if I actually worked there, maybe like I'd be part of those people that would be doing like a lawsuit or something, and that would really suck.
Oof.
Like being in a workplace where, you know, you're treated like that. So then I was like, yeah, maybe video game companies are just not for me. So I kind of.
You gotta get real lucky, or know somebody.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of decided to focus more on freelance, and then sort of do what I felt was right, almost.
Indies, doing your own indie project is like the dream. Also, hey, TQ, thanks for the compliments. It's like the first mini I ever painted, so it's like I think it could be better, but it's not bad for my first one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But yeah, no, you're totally makes sense why you wouldn't want to go in for that. It's just, I mean, even not taking into account all the crazy shit with all just like them mistreating employees, and like Activision Blizzard employees get paid like nothing as well, right? They like the pay is super low. Like you heard about those QA people who couldn't afford food.
Yeah, I remember following one of them on Twitter as well, and they were leading like the union sort of stuff against Blizzard.
Yeah,
And
shit's wild.
And, like treated really badly after that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't really surprised when that happened. I was like, well, yeah, that sounds like Activision. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's just sad. But yeah, it totally makes sense why you might not want to get into it.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time and I feel super lucky.
Yeah, I think like genuinely just landed a really good company.
Well,
because
they're different. I mean, every company has their own problems. Like everybody's got different issues. I mean, we're going through some like growing pains. There's stuff like I mean, there's always gonna be stuff to like improve and talk about. But me personally have been having a really good time. So I'm just like, well, I'll take what I can get. I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's like definitely better than working in like graphics in Hong Kong. That's for sure.
Oh god, oh for sure. Or better and do like mobile games for the rest of my life.
Oh lord, can you imagine? Oh. I think I remember seeing like a mobile games developer in Hong Kong when I was applying for jobs back in the day.
Oh, which one? I know most of them.
Oh god,
I know because like I mean SCAD had people at the different SCAD had a bunch of like people who went into like all the different.
What's SCAD? Like something along those.
No, SCAD was our school.
Okay. I think it had kind of a similar name to that then, like.
Did it?
I don't know. It definitely had a very generic. It had a very generic name. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I kind of overlooked it, and I went mobile gaming.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. But yeah, I mean, like right now I'm happy enough. So it's like if only I'm happy where I am. So like the only companies I would consider like switching away for would be like something like Bungie or like Respawn or something like something big that has like working on IP I love or would be super excited to work on.
Bungie sounds super interesting as well, like, because I follow quite a few developers on Twitter, and the way they kind of talk about their work is like really like, oh wow, yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. And they're finally moving away from only doing Destiny, so
yeah,
that would be fun. Yeah, I think what they're working on right now is like a marathon game, a marathon-based extraction shooter, I believe.
I think so.
That would be weird and interesting because marathon is fucking insane.
Oof. Excited. I'm just adding some like little detail because, like you, I'm kind of not gonna put this down as anything too significant.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah, do you want to quickly check it out before we start wrapping up?
Sure. Yeah, take a look. Ooh. Maybe.
More green. It's definitely very illustrative.
I'm thinking maybe. Have you tried playing with the contrast? Maybe lower it a little bit. It might be getting a bit too contrasty in the background there.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's almost getting to like the point where it's like color dodged. Might be a little bit much.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, just drop in like a brightness contrast layer.
Yeah. Wait, maybe even just soft light.
No, like an adjustment layer.
An adjustment layer. Yeah, gotcha. So maybe it's like
Under properties adjustments.
Okay, hang on. Is this why we both do like a similar thing differently?
Yes. This is not what I mean. No,
Oh,
the actual adjustment layers, like the filtering layers. You see,
oh yeah, these ones. Okay, yeah, I got you. That's so silly. You're saying contrast, right?
yes. Try
Okay.
turning that down a little bit. Try bringing the brightness down a little bit as well. Contrast back up a little bit, maybe. You know what? Take it off. I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna play with it a little
Yeah,
bit.
let's see you play with it because I'm quite interested to see how you handle this.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Levels.
Maybe level. I think that would definitely help with the darks a lot. Yeah, the distance is quite. It was a lot more obvious in this. Quite like it.
You should wait. Is the foreground separated from the background?
No, but I can do like a magnetic lasso.
Okay, yeah. Try adding some. Wait, so like, let me just quickly.
Do you want me to quickly export the thing as PNG and send it to you?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, no worries.
Whatever. I'm just gonna use normal lasso. I feel like you need more separation between your midground and back and foreground.
Yeah, I think so too. But then again, like, we are figuring out contrast today. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yes, but also this is part of it. This is atmospheric perspective.
Yay.
Shit's important. Okay. Alright. Let's just add a layer. Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's get this look cool. That is looking way nicer. Yeah, no. So it's all about keeping like the contrast all the way through.
Yep. Keeping consistent contrast. So let's see. Also here.
Hear that, everyone? You gotta keep it consistent. You can't just give in to what you want to do.
You can't just be foolish and just add anything your mind thinks of. Your mind's playing tricks on you. It lies. It lies, my children.
It lies. Yeah, this is gonna look sick. Let's see. Man, look at that. Oh.
Atmosphere. Hell yeah. Okay. Same thing on here, just a little bit.
Yeah, and you're just using like slow spot gradients as well, eh?
Mm-hmm. Just soft
Yeah,
gradients.
that just brings everything out, you know? I did go a little bit dark on the mountain, I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine.
I think I was just trying to illustrate the rock a little bit more, but yeah, that was the rendering I was doing.
Yeah, so just like pushing that
Yeah, like
a little bit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That
Okay.
is, look at that. And like just simple little fixes just make it so much more effective like that.
Yep, just pops.
Mm.
Hmm.
And you're kind of zooming out to see how it looks as like a whole composition, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I have like the navigator up. Oops, that's way too big. But you know, if you just slide it in here. You can just like sort of keep an eye on that. Yeah, it feels like you should do a little bit more gradation in the foreground. So like add a little, so for example, you see what I'm working with like in the foreground where it's dark, right? But you still have some extra value and stuff there to keep your eye on. Yeah, it feels like you should probably do that. So it's not like just, it's almost like an ink drawing where it's like all black.
Yeah, I need to like. I think I've kind of committed too much to contrast almost.
A little bit.
I'm
beginning
to break that up with the oak leaves and stuff.
Yes. If you have an environment, you can do a layer of values, and as long as you keep the, I mean, it's all about the value structure, right? So as long as the value structure of the foreground is significantly contrasted from the value structure of the midground and the midground from the background, it's going to pop. It's going to work really well. And you can always have sort of like bands of value, as long because when you're trying to keep the layers separate, as long as where it's touching has a good amount of contrast, it will pop. So you see like when I added the gradient here, well, you can't see it right now because of delay in stream, but what I did was just like I made the midground lighter where it touched the foreground, so it so immediately pops a lot more. And you can still tell because the rest of the midground is still darker than the background. So as long as the where it's touching the next layer of your painting has enough contrast, it will look like it's popping. Yeah.
That was a very good. Yeah, I think that is a very good place to end on if you feel comfortable with ending.
Yes, it is 9:45 and about time. Cool.
Yes, but yeah. So let's have a look and see what we did. So you did a lot of photo brushing, a lot of gradient shading to kind of make it all blend together. And I
did a good amount of like sketching in the beginning as well.
Yeah, and you applied the value gradation that you were talking about earlier as well, making it pop and making it kind of blend together in a way that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Very, very cool. And I kind of fell a bit more into the more illustrative style, I will say.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally fine. That's not a bad thing. Finding your own style is super important.
Yeah, but that's definitely a lot of improvement compared to like my first sketch from earlier, like for sure.
Hell yeah, you did great.
Thank you very much. It's very cool.
Good progress today.
So very good progress today. I'm proud of us.
Hell yes, we are awesome. Yeah, chat's gonna
that is it for today.
Awesome. You want to sign off?
But yeah, sure. So this is Ruo, and I have been Sophie.
Yep.
And you can find me on Twitter at ElliotIllu. That is Elliot ILLU. I'm also on TikTok, and I am also on Instagram as well under Sophie ElliotIllu.
Yep.
So you can find me there. And yeah, thank you very much for having me, and thank you very much for correcting my contrast mistake.
Oh, of course, always happy to tell people they're making a mistake and that they're terrible. I'm Ruo Yu under Ruo Yu on everywhere, and particularly on my channel if you're already here watching. But thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I think what we've done here today is good enough, and let's sign off. See you guys next time.
All right. See you guys.